Yeah, where's your camera and tie?
He don't need no camera. He don't need no camera.
WRC.
Oh my God! Let
I'm
this
playing
man do this.
WRC. I'm high as fuck.
Ladies and
Today I was
gentlemen,
actually drinking.
we
I wasn't
cannot.
drinking
We can't. Ladies and gentlemen. We hope your employer don't hear you say all that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live.
Trying to get Loke in trouble.
I'm trying to get my boy Loke, and get him to a reputable, saying God-fearing American.
This is what
publication, you know what I'm saying, which is not IGN, even though IGN is American. I think that's their home base was in America. But regardless, IGN is not the spot to get your gaming news. Anyway, what's going on, everybody?
Damn.
Only from low. And I should say this. I would rewind and change this. What are you pointing up at? What's happening?
Loke. I'm pointing at Loke.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, what's happening here? I was like, are you having a seizure? What is happening here? Anyway,
see, that's the thing with Sir X-Men. We never know. We never know if he's on his way to the pearly gates or if he's sleeping or what. We never know.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is the redemption.
Sir X-Men will only go after Forza launches.
Oh,
then he's ready to go.
Then he's ready to go.
I ain't doing nothing when Forza launches.
Oh my goodness!
Background since
yeah. The truth of the matter is, I thought this was going to be the redemption show because my girl Sales from last week. Said she was coming on, but then she hit us up about like 5-10 minutes and said that she couldn't make it. Unfortunately, had to take care of responsibilities, adult things, and so therefore really do hate that because after last week's still on vacation mode, especially towards the end. Of GRG. That's why if anybody's looking for it, you will not find it. We sent that packing. We sent that to the Raptors. You know what I'm saying? So not to the Raptors, but to the rafters. Let me say that properly. But anyway, ready to have a good show. And you know what? It can't really actually be a replacement because Sales is so much more of a proper guest. And this person really isn't a guest. This person just kind of pops in. And then
no, just tell it how it is. He fucking stinks.
He's garbage. Anyway, let me just go ahead but let's introduce him anyway, because here at GRG we do things properly and we do have to, and he isn't so much as a regular. He's a casual, but he's not a regular on GRG. He's
definitely a casual.
He's an
IGN troll.
He is a casual.
That's what he is.
Get him. Anyway,
he's a casual regular.
I always appreciate, I really do. I always appreciate when you come on to the show, knowing what time it is in Wakanda, Texas, and how late it is, which is 8:10 p.m. But really do appreciate it at all time. Man, what's going on with you, brother? How was the last show? I apologize, I didn't get to check y'all show.
K-Mega, hold on,
today.
K-Mega.
Yeah,
I just want to congratulate, thank, and appreciate Loke just for a quick second.
Yes,
he
please.
took that whole introduction with grace. He didn't scream at the mic. He didn't get to throwing his hands up. He didn't look like he wanted to jump through the camera. Like he just sat there and just relaxed and just waited for his turn to speak.
Yeah, man.
Please, Loke, grace us with your voice, brother.
Please. Enjoy. I'm glad you took your cooking. Anyway, go ahead, man. Grace us.
That's what's in that cup. That's what's going on that he been drinking all damn day.
What's going on with you, Loke? How you doing, brother?
Greetings and salutations. I'm just grateful to be here. K-Mega, welcome back from your holidays.
Thank you, sir.
Looking forward to a good show.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it as well. Man, this man's changed a new leaf. I don't know what's going on. Hey, I don't know. I didn't get a chance to watch y'all show today, so I don't know what was going on and discuss, but this man seems a little bit out there. I don't know. Did Cozy cook his ass or something? I have no idea.
Let me break it down for you real quick, K-Man.
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody speed through topics on a show that much in the first time in my life. He was like, 1, 2, 3. Okay, next topic. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next. And I was like, look, what are you doing? You didn't even give people a chance to think about their response, man. Damn.
Let that man cook, man.
I think IGN was watching in that whole show. That's what I think. That's what I seriously think. And it was like anything Xbox, IGN told him get through it real quick. Just get through it real quick.
Oh man, well,
am I lying, Ham? Am I lying, Ham?
This is why Loke is my favorite, because he's just different. This man is just different. He's 100% who he is.
If it was sports, tell me, look, he would have been there an hour.
Wow.
If it was sports.
Wow, he wanted to get it over with and done.
I love you, Loke, but damn.
Man, okay, so let's keep it pushing. Sir X-Man, since you are, you know what I'm saying, even though in my drunken state last week, I cussed your old crustacean ass out, you still will interrupt people and not shut the hell up. So I don't know how to fix you. I just don't know how to fix you, sober or drunk. I have no idea.
That.
There's no fix.
That's all right. Wait till Viper pops in. He said he was coming in today.
Oh my God! If he mess up these cameras, I swear to God,
he's gonna.
To God.
I can't wait. It's gonna be an excellent experience.
Oh my goodness. Anyway,
yep. The time's gonna be moving. Then viewers gonna be popping up, and then boom.
Right. Sir X-Man, what's going on with you, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm just chilling out with you guys because I got a rant on the CMA stuff that no one even pays attention to, and they're gonna get screwed in the end. And later on, they're gonna realize, and they're gonna be like, "We got screwed." So I'll tell you about it.
All right. We're looking forward to it. Move on to the man on the left. You know what I'm saying, man? This man got flowers and rosebuds and petals. I think, you know what? The Xbox book is right here. The contract is right here. We're ready. You know what I'm saying? It's almost time. You know what I'm saying? It's almost time, brother. Dark Optimus, how you doing, brother? I know that you and your brethren right now, y'all were feeling like some kind of way about the profit conversation. Then y'all felt good about yourselves again, and then now we hear about the CMA and about this situation that this most likely look like this deal is going to be officially done here in a couple of weeks. How is the PlayStation community handling it right now, and how are you handling? Because I know that you're more neutral. Since you've been on GRG, you have become more and more like a real gamer and be a part of the Xbox team. But
I think I've always been a real gamer, K-Mega. You've known me for how long, dude? You've known me for how long? 6 years, maybe more?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
But brother, I just don't know. I mean, the company you keep, you know what I'm saying, it's a little suspicious. But regardless of that, I know that
I only follow these people just so that I can see their craziness. That's all. Because I like the chaos sometimes.
Oh my goodness, don't we all? Don't we all? But how you doing, brother? What's going on with you, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm watching the ponies, getting all riled up over the craziness that happened today. And then there has been some that were like, oh, this is, we'll see what Xbox can do, basically. But yeah, man, I haven't really been paying attention too much about that stuff. Just been kind of enjoying my Friday.
No doubt. Same with me. Like, I mean, I had a little bit of some time to play some Starfield, and then, finally, as you see, I jumped in.
You guys are still playing that game that you guys think is going to be Game of the Year, huh?
Oh, I love it. The messy. And last but not least, messy bastard. Last but not least, man, Ham Solo. What's been going on with you, brother? I see you rocking in the Vada shirt. What's going on with you, man? How you doing?
Man, I think I'm doing all right. I got these new headphones. I took back the headphones that I had before, because they were garbage. Like they just weren't very good. I'm trying to remember. It was Corsair headphones, right? And I wasn't looking to buy, $300 headphones, right? I just wanted a pair of decent wireless PC headphones. And yeah, that and I should have knew better. It was like on sale for $80, and it was $100 headphones. It just like they
They were
sounded fine.
$80.
Yeah, on sale.
Mm-hmm.
How much were they
On sale.
originally?
100.
Oh, okay.
So I thought I was getting a good deal, and I got them, and they just couldn't hold a charge very long, and it used the micro USB.
Oh,
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So yeah, every time I plugged them in, like the plug-in would like fall out or whatever. So I went and got these PlayStation headsets.
Yeah, I
The
saw that.
in-zone headsets from Sony.
Did you get did you get the H7s or did you get the H9s?
I'm not an idiot. I got the 7s.
Okay.
The 9s are not
Yeah,
worth it.
Yeah, the 9s are like completely
They
way too
were-
ridiculously expensive.
They
for
were
what they are.
completely high when they
Yeah.
came out with that price. Those things are like almost those are things like $350 or something.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like over double the cost of these headsets, which I got these for 124. So I spent like another $40, and I got these headsets that have a 40-hour battery life, and they're USB Type C. But
Nice.
best of all, I have a new pair of PlayStation headsets whenever they come out with a game.
No. Oh.
Oh man.
Oh, that's
Oh.
kind of
this
that's kind of
this like
that's kind of backwards. Though,
Oh, is
right?
that slanderous?
The
I just thought it
headset-
was honest. Like,
I mean, you're honest. I mean, you are honest,
It's
but
next month. It's next month.
I have to
next
say,
month
I'm just saying.
Spider-Man 2.
I can't
you know,
wait.
if you-
they could
Spider-Man's
put a
gonna sound great
$40
in these, and
Hams,
then
got
we'll
a
wait
question.
however long until the next.
If they
Well,
could put a
until January,
40-hour
sucker.
battery in a
Until
headset,
January.
then how
PlayStation.
come
What do you
they
mean?
can't
What's
put a
January?
40-hour battery?
Isn't Final Fantasy Rebirth
we
coming out in
can hear
January?
you, Sir X-Man. We just
I
don't want to
mean,
hear you.
sure.
Oh,
I
God,
guess.
the evil one is.
But you got to remember, K
he
Mega.
did
You got to
something.
remember, bruh. He did it, and I'm happy. Now you got something to work on so you can listen.
Okay,
But
go
anyways,
ahead.
Oh shit.
Hey, Hams, though, I got a question for you real quick.
Oh,
On them
man.
headsets.
what's
quick.
up?
If they could put a 40-hour battery in a headset, why can't they put a long-lasting
Okay.
battery in the controller?
Oh god.
The controller does a lot. What's going to be crazy? What I'm really interested in is Xbox is doing kind of a similar type of controller. I wonder what the battery life is going to now be on those Xbox controllers.
But
And
those
they're gonna be doing-
Xbox controllers though have swappable batteries though.
Right.
So
It's gonna
They
have
might.
a swappable,
They might,
rechargeable
but
battery.
keep in mind there are I have battery packs that I just put in so I can put it back on the charging deck, right?
Correct.
I'm wondering, is it gonna just kill that thing now? Is it gonna turn into like a 3-hour controller life now, or 4 or 5?
Microsoft will still
Oh, cut the cap, Sir X. You don't even know what it's
They
gonna
all-
be yet.
They always.
You don't even know what it's gonna be yet.
Every
No.
controller they've had, even the Elite, even the regular 360 controllers,
All right.
had the ones charging. They last over 8 hours.
I'm
We're gonna-
excited for it
We're gonna have
regardless
to
because
we're gonna have to keep it moving. We're gonna have to keep it moving. Go ahead and finish what you got to say, Ham, and then we got to get to what's calling in and keep it moving because Loke is very, very quiet. Loke is about to leave and fuck up my cameras again.
Voke looks
So,
like
you know
he's
what I'm saying?
like
He
he's he looks so still. He looks like a
So-
statue right
so
now.
we're gonna have to get into at least get Loke one topic
You don't wanna
if he can
finish.
handle it.
I don't even want to finish. Go on ahead.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, I got these new headsets and I've been playing Starfield. Done.
Okay.
When I
excellent.
talk shit, y'all are on my neck. When I'm
Oh.
quiet, y'all are on my neck. What the fuck?
Welcome to GRG, bro.
Welcome to America. I don't know what you're
Oh, shit.
talking
Okay. All right, let's
Nah, I'm
go
good.
because
Huh?
Viper's here.
I'm good,
Right.
bro.
Viper's here. Loke is on that Aurora right now. If you played Starfield, you know what Aurora is. That's exactly what my boy is. He's on that.
He's on
Aurora
that
dust.
Ain't nobody playing
Drano, that's
Starfield.
what he's on.
Those are
Yeah,
old
nigga, that
robots.
Drano.
Oh shit.
Hey, Mega.
Yes, sir.
It's not 10 million people that played Starfield.
Uh-huh.
It's like 5 or 6 people that played it. Everything else was Microsoft servers.
Damn,
It's
you
robots playing
said
stuff.
it was the AI. That's so
It's
disrespectful.
AI. It's ChatGPT.
It's
playing
real.
Starfield.
Oh my god!
It's their pipe dream game, you know.
Wow.
It's the game that they think is gonna win game of the year.
Can I get this man to do an introduction so we can get to some topics, man? Can we do that? Can we do that? I'm not even drinking.
No.
Well, I'm lying. I'm saying I wasn't even drinking, but I am drinking a beer. I'm not no Crown Black on GRG for at least another year. Anyway, or 6 months. Anyway, Viper, you
6
wasn't here
hours.
last. No. I ain't like that. No. I ain't that crazy. Venomous Viper, good to have you back, brother. I know that you got some things that you want to discuss. I do not appreciate you coming in here and messing with my camera, sucker. But I understand that you're working hard. You're over here trying to make your money, so I'll give you a pass. But how you doing, brother? How you doing? What's going on with you?
I am dead tired. Very dead tired.
Oh, this man. How many bodies have you stuffed out there in which you out there in Germany?
I know that
locker
is full.
Full.
The locker's full.
That man sounds like he's been putting in work. Wow.
Yeah, I've been putting in a lot of work, and but I'm still going to come in here and spit some venom.
This sounds unhealthy. Like, I think Viper should be like on a bed, you know, sleeping.
Yeah. Sleeping.
Technically, I am on a bed right now.
He sounds like he should be on the stretcher.
Oh,
you know?
Yeah, like under observation, you know? Like on medication. What the fuck, dude?
Share this out.
I'm worried.
The men of GRG
right
is back, and it's going to get even more messier than last week. But it won't be me this time. Anyway, child of God, man, I really do appreciate your time. It's my main man. He sit there and just showed support. Didn't leave a message. Well, he did leave a message up above. Before that, he said GRG podcast. Came back. He said, "What's good, brothers?" He says, "Hope all is well. Xbox has people on notice. We coming." Pause. ABK is coming home to where it belongs. Mega, get them contracts ready. Oh yeah, no, Dark is right here. He's right here. The contract is right there. Anyway,
not for ABK. I'm not there for ABK.
Yeah, yes, you are.
Oh, you there? You there?
I'm only there for Game Pass because I'm a cheap bastard.
You used to not be up for Game Pass. Now look at you.
I know.
Look at you. You know what? Game Pass is because Don wasn't for Game Pass. Noof Nukem wasn't for Game Pass. There was quite a few of you guys out there wasn't for Game Pass.
In the past couple of years, I became more and more cheap, so that's what happened.
No. You became more financially conscious, smart. That's what the word is. That's what the word is.
You need to put this in the short with Dark, man. Let them know Dark done changed over to the other side. You need to put that in the short.
He's not there yet. He's close though. He's close. Like I said,
it's
the book
all
is
about
right
step in line or step aside. That's what it is.
Oh wow!
Let's go. All right, so let's get to the very first topic, ladies and gentlemen. And Lady Foxfire, like I said, I fixed it. I had another update. NVIDIA does spoil me, and they gave me another update for the mighty Cyberpunk and for some other games for Mortal Kombat, as you're looking at right here, Mortal Kombat 1. I hope y'all enjoyed that part, this little first part of the story mode. But anyway, let's get to the very first topic, and that is the CMA.
The Switch version.
If we got time, we'll talk about that. You ain't going to be here. You'll be knocked out. But we're definitely going to talk about the Switch version. We're going to talk about that Switch version, Jack. The CMA is set to approve the ABK deal. Now, listen to that word, set. Now, it's not official.
It's about damn time.
But the CMA is set to approve the ABK deal in a few weeks after Microsoft sold Activision Cloud to Ubisoft. Is this finally over? And before I get to the second part of that, where it's going to be what is the actual true fit for Microsoft to go forward with another acquisition, let me just get your initial thoughts about, do you think this is officially over now? And your thoughts about the CMA finally seeming like they having some goddamn sense. And let's go to Viper, because Viper, you haven't been on a couple of weeks, and then we're going to go to Lope next. Viper, what's your initial thoughts about this whole situation with the CMA? I know this news came out of nowhere late last night. I was playing Starfield in a party with an Addict, and then Addict said, "Oh, did you see this?" And I said, "No." And when I saw it, Lulu popped it in there, and then well, I should say pause. I guess a lot of people gotta say pause because
when did she pop it in though?
She didn't pop nothing in. She posted.
I know he's popping. He's getting it popped in. Yes.
He got it popping.
No, anyway, Lulu had it popping. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? But so you nasty freaks, y'all need y'all's ladies near y'all immediately. Viper, your thoughts about the whole CMA situation, man? Is it now officially done?
So yeah, it's done, but it's not officially done until Microsoft actually closes. So we still got to wait until the 18th of October, and then that's where it'll be completely done. The CMA finally came to their senses, and now we can put this thing behind us. But once again, on the 6th of October, I think they have it where people can put in their input. I mean, I'm talking about people inside the industry. Companies can come in like Sega, not Sega, but Sony, NVIDIA, other players can come in and they can say, oh, is this good or is this bad? And then once they get all of that stuff, then they can go ahead and either approve it on the 18th or the 17th, or they can deny it once again because Sony decides they want to come and block it again. So, yeah, it's not over until they finally close, but at least the CMA is actually seeing this the right way.
Okay, excellent. All right. What about you, Loke? What's your thoughts about this? Do you think this is officially over now? Even though like it's not really truly officially over, but do you think that Sony, the FTC, anyone else will try to interfere at this point now, since the CMA is seems to be satisfied with what Microsoft did by letting go of the cloud?
I think this is Jim Ryan's chance. This is his moment. You know, when an anime, you know when you're watching anime and the good guy has completely lost everything. He has no chance. Again. And he's lost everything. There's no point, dude. Just lie down, let it happen, and move on. This is Jim Ryan's chance. He now has to decide what he is going to do. Just lube it up, or
come on, bro.
Wow. Or suck up. One of the two. Lube it up or suck up. If I had to guess, I would say that this is not over. This is not over. What's when this phase comes in here for everyone to give their piece or to say their piece, I don't think Sony's gonna roll over. I don't think Jim Ryan's just gonna be like, all right, just give me the Durex.
I think he's getting those knee pads ready.
Nope. Nope. That's not happening. This is gonna happen by force. Sony's, they're gonna do this kicking. They're gonna do this kicking and screaming. But
no
it's not going to be
at
a
all.
situation.
Oh, come on, Ferguson. Wow.
No Vaseline.
Phil Spencer said, we can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. The choice is yours.
Bro.
Someone watched too many episodes of Boondocks. All right.
No, that's Back to the Future. Back to the Future was first. Back to the Future was first.
Oh, that's the Booty Warrior.
That was Boondocks, was it not?
Yeah, it was Back. It was Back to the Future. It was Back to the Future 2. It was Back to the Future Part 2.
Sir X-Men.
What?
It's not about who did it first. It's about who did it better. I'm sorry.
Well, that must be Microsoft. They're doing it better. Okay, let's go.
Oh my God. Point is, all the chips are down. The inspirational music is coming up. Microsoft is the big colossus, just about to stamp on Naruto. and Jim Ryan has a
Oh.
chance to do something that's going to make him legendary. Either way, he's going to be legendary because if he fights back and he wins, he's going to be legendary. If he fights back and he loses, or if he doesn't fight back and he loses, he's still going to be legendary because then he's the guy that this happened under his watch. So it really sucks to be Jim Ryan right now.
Is he about to get turned into a plushie? Is he about to get turned into a plushie by Microsoft?
Oh God! You know what? I've said my piece.
Oh, sir, man, let the man finish. Come on, man. There you go. No. Lo, continue because you were getting deeper into this anime and this whole philosophical world that was going on between the CMA, Sony PlayStation, and Microsoft. The big colossus. Naruto before he had the Nine Tails, I'm assuming. Continue. I wanted to see where this go. Yeah,
as before. So for me, I just feel like he's in a lose situation because he if he fights back and he wins, there's so many people now, right, that have opened their eyes, especially because this court case and all the documents and whatever. A lot of people have woken up to the fact that Sony probably doesn't give a fuck about us. You know, maybe Microsoft's not the bad guy that we've been sold all this time because most of it was mostly hearsay. Now, court cases, documents, we now know about all these backdoor deals. We know about it's because it was one thing when we kind of speculated, oh, the Square Enix stuff, all these third party guys, they don't put on Xbox because maybe it's because the player base doesn't participate, or maybe it's because now we know for a fact, no, it's because Sony doesn't really want to compete with Xbox. What they want is to pay and do these backdoor deals. So now when Xbox does it, it's a problem. And now you show that you're weak because we now know, because thanks to these documents, it's been revealed that your much vaunted exclusives actually don't matter because your top 10 selling games on an annual basis are third party games that you go and do backdoor deals with to make sure all the new skins or the beta access or all these little trinkets that attract people, you pay for all these things, you negotiate for all these things, and that's why it's not on Xbox, or it gets to Xbox late. So the genie's out the box. So this man he's going to be, Jim Ryan's going down in history, and either way it's going to be bad because if he loses this thing, then Xbox acquired like the power rings or whatever you call the Thanos glove.
Infinity
They
rings.
acquired all of this. They acquired all of this on his watch. If he fights and loses, if he fights and wins, he's still the guy that on his watch, PlayStation's ass was shown. So it's a rough situation to be in. I wouldn't want to be Jim Ryan, even with all that money.
So let me go back to something that I asked
People think. So just to end it, people think Don Matrix's legacy is tainted. Jim Ryan's in trouble, history-wise.
So let me ask you this, Lo, and even you as well, which that is a amazing picture that you added, Viper. That's so nasty. You're so nasty. But okay, but the question that I got to add, that I'm asking both of you guys, and then I'll ask this question to the rest of the panel here in a second. But if you remember when I was saying this, and some of you guys, not everybody, but some of you guys was looking at me like I was crazy when I said this. I said, if this deal goes through, I feel that Jim Ryan's job is in jeopardy. Do you feel that now, as we're getting closer and closer to seeing that this is more of a reality than it is a non-reality? Loke and Viper. I'm going to start with you on this one, Loke.
No, Jim Ryan's job is not on the line.
Oh, okay.
With this, if it goes through, Jim Ryan's job is on the line depending on what happens in 2024 and 2025. because as it stands, it's a lot of speculating from the people that are like PlayStation centric. These leaks from Xbox, they've, in my opinion, they've only served to galvanize not only the player base on Xbox, but even people that invest in Xbox. Because now it's like these guys have a proper like idea or vision that maybe it's wild, but they have the pockets to back it. And Phil Spencer is not this smiling mascot that we've all been talking about. And Ham and everyone else on this panel, I've been saying this for years now, and you guys laugh at me when I say, guys, don't trust that smile. This guy is vicious. This guy is freaking vicious. And there you go. There you go. We now have proof
Well,
of it. So
we already knew that he was vicious. We
I
knew that he
tried
was
to
cutthroat.
I try to tell these people this before that, and a lot of people didn't believe me either. Low. I try to tell people about how competitive
oh
Phil
no,
is.
he's just a fanboy. And then he
Yeah.
goes out of his way when he's at the showcases. He's like, don't put VP of Xbox or don't put president of Xbox. Just put Phil Spencer and then under his name, gamer. This guy is a freaking fraud. He has the knife, the sharpest knife in the room, but it's right behind his back and he's smiling, ready to give you a permanent smile right over here.
Man.
Anyway.
And you don't think that Jim Ryan is the same way?
Jim Ryan doesn't have the pockets to back
He ain't
him.
got the sterner stuff
If
like Phil Spencer. No.
If Jim Ryan had the influence that PlayStation has and the pockets that Microsoft have,
he still wouldn't be Phil Spencer. I'll be honest with that. And big shout out to
I think he'd be worse than Phil Spencer.
No, hell
people
no.
talking about consolidation now?
No.
I think he'd be worse.
No,
he'd be worse.
That's a good debate for later. I want to hear what the rest of the panel got to say, but I do want to give a big shout out to a member of, you know what I'm saying, he's still a member of GRG. I know that he's doing his own thing and he's got his own podcast with his boy Pong Soul. Still around, brother. I haven't seen you on a GRG sighting in a minute, man. Oh yes. Love you, brother, man. Whenever you got some time again on Fridays, man, you can always come on through and say what's up and say what's happening, man. You're always a family member here on GRG, man. You know what I'm saying? That is just what we do here, man. So I love seeing you here, man. I love seeing you in the chat saying what's up, man. You know, shout out to you and living I'm not going to say living single, living split screen. Go check it out on Saturday mornings, man. You know what I'm saying? That is
living
awesome.
Single.
I always do that to him. I always do it to him because it reminded me of it because I living single. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But it's just my
I remember that intro song.
Yeah. So anyway, but shout out to my brother.
Queen
man.
Latifah.
Yeah. What you know?
Like, we can't hear you, K-Megan.
Yeah, you cut
his
down.
mic. Is it just okay? I thought it was my internet.
Oh, okay. Is it me? Okay, hold on. Let me pull this down. I get too close to this camera.
Laughing, Ham.
I mean to this. Okay, anyway. All right, so Viper,
don't say shit like that.
Let me ask you this question before we move on to somebody else. The same thing that I asked you, what I asked him is that is there an opportunity to where Jim Ryan could get fired? Viper, real quick.
He can get fired not after the it will be after the deal, but it's more likely the live service games that's going to fail because PlayStation fanboys aren't going to be playing those live service games. So his job is on the line for not for the ABK deal, but more so the live service games that's probably not going to succeed at all.
All right. Okay. Good deal. All right. So let me go ahead and go to let me go solo on this one. Your initial thoughts first about this whole CMA thing. Do you think this is officially now over? Do you think that there's still an opportunity for PlayStation or whoever to come in and try to throw that wrench in one last time, the FTC, whoever? Or do you think this is initially over? And the same question that I was asking Loken and I asked him about the Jim Ryan situation. Do you think once this deal is done, do you think that it's a very thin, very, very, very thin, Jim Ryan's on a very thin rope?
Like, so you're asking if the deal's over. I'll answer that one first,
Right.
I guess.
Yeah.
And let me just get my shit back on. Sorry about that. I was eating dinner. I didn't want y'all to have to see all that. But anyways,
Man, what
so
did
is the
you
deal
eat? 'Cause that
over?
was fast.
You used to be eating them ham hocks and grits.
Oh, it was just like the lady made lasagna. So I
Oh,
just had like
Oh.
a little quick slice of lasagna just to
Mm.
taste it real quick. This shit was good. Shit was hidden. But anyways, I am gonna hold strong and say that I this deal is over, but I'm not gonna sit there and start celebrating with anybody
okay.
about nothing.
All right. Fair enough.
And like, not to say I'm gonna have like some sort of like party or something when it happens. It yeah, when it happens. So, but I'm not gonna be fooled after what happened last time. Is what I'm saying. I'm not gonna get on here try to make a 2-hour stream about, oh my goodness, it's done. No, it ain't that done. Like to me, it still has a little bit of time, and I'm not gonna boast about nothing about that quite yet, or be excited or expect anything. Just because, yeah, like I said, last time it was that slapped up so upside the head. We thought it was done. We thought it was over. So nah, I'm gonna I'm a command and hang out at my posts until it's done. Until I get word from Chief himself, Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius, whatever you want to call him, Spence.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Until
It's
he
a
comes
bit much,
through
man.
and says, "Welcome to the family" himself. I mean, nope, can't do it. Can't do it. I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna happen.
Okay.
Like I'm all the way in on thinking it's gonna happen. I just know how like this case in particular in particular has brought out sides of law that I'd never seen really happen, or like people that were unfamiliar were speaking as if things were fact, being completely wrong. People are seeing, revealing all their cards, slipping out information left and right. Um, like the FTC got dusted something fierce.
Oh man, embarrassed.
Like that was bad. The EU was very interesting because they seemed like of the big regulators that like could put their like stamp and say like hell no, and it's just like out the window of the big regulation that does that. Like it was wild to see. It was like almost like a video game esque kind of stance where it's like, oh, they're doing that because it makes sense. They're actually working, and this feels like a regular human interaction, which actually is kind of rare to see in government spaces, right? Oh, if you do this for us, no problem, done. That was rare, in my opinion, to see something like that go so smoothly when an issue did arise. Um, but yeah, this is just the final bit, the final last couple of steps. Just like any other race, you don't stop a few steps before the finish line. You don't slow down then. You're taught to lean, even if you're in a far lead. Lean all the way into it until it's over. As for Jim Ryan's job, I 100% agree with what Loke said. This is a legendary moment in a sloppy way for PlayStation. a very sloppy way. Because I mean, just their own earnings call and the stuff that they've been putting out as of lately alone. Let's take the case out of it. Just the earnings call and stuff that they've put out alone, pretty much saying that, yeah, we got games, but not enough people are buying. And this isn't what's actually, this is pushing our name out there so people see us as an individual, but all the money that we're spending for those individual type games are not giving me the returns that I would like. Sure, we're selling off of popularity, a lot of last generation, because you can't tell me, I mean, maybe you can tell me a new IP that came out of PlayStation this generation. If you say Returnal, well, that game came out before they even bought them or before it was finalized. So it's just like, it's interesting just to kind of see where this is going for Jim. And I totally think it's depending on how quick. So if this deal passes and how quick Microsoft can get to getting it in Game Pass, you know, you get that in there before the PS5 Pro comes out, we might have a problem.
Oof. That's a good point. That's a good point. Oof.
You know what I'm saying? All that Game Pass stuff. I'm just saying, while they're coming out with, I mean, this was a chess game, and like I said, I 100% agree with them. The sharpest knife in the room sacrificed the end of a generation and part of the beginning of this one. If this deal happens and goes through, Microsoft couldn't have put themselves in a better position to be able to say, hey, we're putting out games quarterly, and we just got those guys. Oh, you know, the game that sold, you know, like 1 billion in like 10 days. You know that? Yeah, we got that. And we even got your phones covered.
0 microtransactions. Before microtransactions.
So, I mean, I wouldn't want to sleep on Microsoft, especially if this deal finalizes. Like, it is looking tragic for your boy Jim. It really is. But this is also kind of their fault in a way. You know, like, you slap the little man that has, I mean, you beat up the guy and take his lunch money because you know he got money. For years. Tortured him through, I mean, what Microsoft has been around for like 20 plus years now. Yep. You tortured this man through elementary, grade school, through middle school. Yep. Middle school, he tried to, you know, get tough. Yeah. But it just wasn't enough. He almost did it, but it just wasn't enough. Yeah. 360, yes. Middle school. Yeah. High school was not a chance. Not a chance. This man's in college, still getting his, you know, this dude is like, yo, hold up. I've had it. It is sophomore year. And I'm going into my junior year and I'm about to flex.
He just became a walk-on on somebody's sports team. That's what Xbox is right now. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Hell with these ass whoopings back."
I mean, it's still looking like Deion Sanders right now. Like, I'm just saying, like, Colorado, but see, but see, here is the catalyst to me. You say all this stuff, and even if the deal goes through, my main issue with Xbox that has stood around for the longest now is just the consistency. Don't tell me something, just do it. I say the same thing to like family members. I say the same thing to my wife and all this stuff. I mean, like, I don't mind you making plans and stuff like that and talking about the future, but at some point you can't just tell me the same thing every year. You got to just do it. Just if you're gonna do something, just do it. So so I just can't wait, and it looks like they're set. They set themselves up for a great next few years. And if this deal goes through, oh my goodness, it's trouble.
It's gonna be trouble. I agree 100%. Okay, let me go to you, Dark. I'm gonna let Sir X Man go last. Send us home on this topic before I ask one more question on this particular topic. Dark, your thoughts, man. I mean, do you think that now this is in the bag? It's over in the sense of that now since the CMA is not fully approved, but they have approved, and also the whole situation with Jim Ryan. You know, I mean, do you think that Jim Ryan's job is in jeopardy now, or do you kind of feel like Loke and Ham Solo and thinking that like no, he's on a thin line, but it's very 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 suspect. It's very shaky right now. What's your thoughts?
I think that the acquisition is over, but the uh, the situation of Microsoft proving themselves with a big company like Activision is still to be seen. I think I don't think Jim Ryan is on the chopping block as of yet. I think he's just, he's kind of I'd like to say he's probably just like kind of, they're still looking at him like, I don't know about this guy, there's a lot of this like I don't uncertainty, right, with him. So I think that they'll I think what Loke said was like 2025, something like that.
Yeah, between
If nothing, if he doesn't do anything by that point, yeah, I think they would look elsewhere for somebody else, right? I don't think you know this. That's the thing. Like we've talked about this Activision Blizzard acquisition stuff for so long that now everything just kind of jumbles together, right? Like everything just blurs together. And I think it's I honestly I never thought to myself when Activision got when Microsoft said that they were going to buy Activision Blizzard, I never thought to myself, "Oh, uh Call of Duty's never going to be on PlayStation." You know? I never thought that. Um so I think, I don't think I did see some people on Twitter earlier being like, "Oh, look, Call of Duty's coming to Xbox and it's never gonna go to PlayStation ever again." And I'm just like, okay, all right, um, you know, I mean, what I think they signed like what a 3-year deal or something like that with or was it 10 years? It might have been 10
It
years,
was a
right?
10-year, yeah,
10-year deal, right? They
Well,
signed a 10-year deal.
yeah, Sony did sign a 10-year deal. Okay, they did
Yeah.
restructure that deal. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, hold on, wait a minute.
Yeah, because I was like,
yeah, they did.
because dude, there was so much stuff going around, right? Like, oh, they're gonna sign a 3-year deal, they're gonna sign a 10-year deal, they're gonna sign a 5-year deal. Like, there was just so much going on, so it's just like hard to keep track of everything. But I think even after that, if Microsoft sees that they're making a ton of money off of people buying the game on PlayStation, I'm pretty sure Microsoft's gonna be like, well, we'll make another deal with you guys, or whatever. But I just don't. Yeah, I just don't. I don't see Jim Ryan completely being washed out as soon as this whole thing is done.
All right. He's still holding on
You could
strong for
barely hear you,
PlayStation.
dude. You're
Really?
like botting or something. I don't know.
No,
It's
no,
weird.
I'm not botting.
Yeah, he's really quiet. I was wondering if it was
Yeah,
me.
you're like super quiet.
Well, I turned my gains down because at first
Yeah, it was loud before, but now you're like super quiet now.
Well, because I was seeing that Lady Foxfire was saying that it was popping and stuff, and then Ham said that when I was popping, I came in there and I got close to the mic like that. Then so I'll change the gain. I just want
you're
to make
cutting.
sure. Yeah, that was cutting out.
Yeah,
So.
you can change
Bring
the
the
game
mic
via
closer.
OBS and turn it up from there, right?
Oh well, I'm messing with it with the Go XLR. So I mean,
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so
If you got it, you got it.
I sound better now, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
you sound a little bit louder.
Okay,
Still could turn it up a little bit more, but
okay, all right. Let me turn it up. Okay.
A lot of that, he has a directional mic too, so every time he turns his head,
right. And so
the
if I
convention
get
mic isn't
if I
picking
get
them up.
animated, then it starts tripping out. So
It
that's
starts
why.
tripping out.
Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to keep myself on a better tier. But anyway, let's go to you, Sir X-Man. I know you've been waiting patiently, sir. The CMA, and this is these two things right here. Do you feel that this deal is now officially done, even though it's not I should say officially. Do you feel that this deal is done now since the CMA is pretty much given their approval or their stamp of approval? And is Jim Ryan's job in jeopardy once this deal goes through?
Until it is officially approved, then I'll believe it when it happens.
Okay.
And until then, Jim Ryan's fate is in the hands of the board of Sony. Something we cannot control.
Okay.
I hope the deal go by swift, because there is a fault in this deal that the CMA threw in there, which I want to tell you a little bit later in the CMA conversation, because it's going to shock and tick off a lot of people. I think I brought it up to you on your show.
You can bring it up. You can bring, because this is the CMA conversation. Now, if you're talking about the leaks, now that's the next topic.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Okay, so go ahead. Why don't you let us know right now? Why don't you go ahead?
All right. This is for future games that are within only on the cloud.
Right.
Only on the cloud for other consoles. Mm-hmm. Microsoft can digitally download these games to their console, and these other people will only be able to access those newer games, or the newer their newer properties that they decide to revamp or create by Activision, only in the cloud. Microsoft and PC will be the only place you can download these games because of this deal with Ubisoft from Activision. That is not in this new contract. So no matter what happens, somebody's going to have to make a deal for those games for them to get it on the console, which is more money, like Banjo-Kazooie. You'll only be able to download that if Microsoft locks it down for their console digital purchase only. Then you have to go to Microsoft and Xbox to buy it. The other part of this is we don't know with the cloud games, unlike Microsoft with cloud, and if they have these same games in Game Pass, you will have to purchase these games from the cloud to play it on your system. It's not going to be free for you on that part. So either way this situation goes, because some of these other consoles cannot do cloud well. But Microsoft has the infrastructure, and I'm sure they're going to give Ubisoft the help for their infrastructure. But will the opposite consoles have the ability to do this?
Will they though? Because that just gives more credence for them to just jump in and say, "Hey man, you ain't doing a good job with this. Now it's a good." Okay, keep going.
And here's the cool part. Mm-hmm. Because most of those games are going to run on Microsoft servers still, Ubisoft will still run through a Microsoft server to run this. That means these other people will have to invest more in Azure to get it running right. That's going to be more money for Microsoft too. So the CMA kind of gave Microsoft a boatload of cash. that's why Microsoft really isn't complaining about this idea.
I thought about that too. Like, how does that make any sense? It's going through another party and then has to go through another party. I know if I buy some like if anybody goes out and buys something from somebody, they're buying it for more than what it costs to that person, and if that person didn't make it, they bought it more than it costed the person that made it. Like, so what is this?
You actually get my point, Hams. You see where I'm coming from with that, don't?
I think
Nobody.
the issue is with decision making. To guarantee that if it's in the hands of Microsoft, then they kind of they're literally motivated to say, no, this is not going to PlayStation, right? Whereas if it's with Ubisoft has no console space. They just want to make as much profit as possible, which is good for the industry. So they'll be motivated to, although they will also enrich Microsoft, they will also be motivated to put it on Sony, to put it on Nintendo.
The next gen Nintendo,
right?
Not this thing.
And ABK is right. But well, I was going to say this as well, though. I think where a lot of misconception is too, and ABK is absolutely right. It's not with anything else, but only ABK games, and it's only in Europe, Netherlands, and
it's actually worldwide.
No, it's not worldwide. It's not worldwide. No, it's not worldwide. Michael Pachter came out there and said that today. I posted it, so go check that out. It's not worldwide. It's only the cloud aspect of it is that, but the cloud aspect of it is, that's why it's so complex, and that's why he was saying it don't make any sense. And he said the EU might come in and say, well, since the CMA got what they wanted, how we might jump in and do it too. But the cloud, it's not worldwide. It's not worldwide. It's only in certain it's only in that region, and there's another country. I can't remember what the country he said, but go listen to what Michael Pachter just said. It's not worldwide.
Now, the other ones, World of Warcraft, Overwatch, and Call of Duty, they will get digitally. But anything else out of Activision that comes through Microsoft will only be cloud on any other thing, unless Microsoft says, we'll give it to you digitally, Nintendo, now that you got the new system. We'll give it to you, Steam, now that we got the new system. You can have a digital download. They could tell Sony, nope, you got to run it through the cloud.
Yeah.
You got to run it through the cloud. So, they actually put Microsoft in a better position by doing it. And this is only in, like I said, the UK territory. So it's like, they said, thank you. That means we could put it out on American consoles anywhere we want. And since you said Call of Duty can go in the cloud, that means you've released it for Game Pass, where people can, just download it from Game Pass, because you didn't put no restrictions on where it could go. Once this Sony deal is over, Microsoft can put Call of Duty anywhere it wants to go after this last game, Modern Warfare 3, comes out. So, I mean, Microsoft wins all the way around, dude. Because how many of these other consoles, other than the PC versions, have a really good streaming service? Sony has improved on their streaming service, but you still got to wait in the queue to play the game most of the times, right, Dark?
For what?
For if Sony runs a cloud game on a system, do you still have to wait in a queue?
I wouldn't. I don't cloud. I don't do any of that stuff. At least not on PlayStation. I've done it on Xbox because it works better, but
yeah.
I've never done it on PlayStation. I actually, you know what? I take that back. I have done it on PlayStation, but it was so terrible that I was just like, I couldn't do it. I was just like, it was so jittery. It was terrible.
So, do you think my points are valid points? Are good?
Yeah, you make some solid points. Absolutely solid points. I mean, and then see again, this is where the once this deal goes through, because I 100% believe that this deal is going to go through. It's where it's the point of what game goes where, what this and that. And since so many people say that they didn't care about the cloud anyway, then this is a non-factor for anybody on this panel. And for most people that's watching and the people that will be watching later. There's only a few people, because cloud is not even at that stage yet in gaming to where it was sustained to where anybody would care that much.
But this is a 15-year deal, and 15 years, we don't know how cloud is going to be.
Well, exactly. But see, okay, but this is the thing, that this is where the CMA and everybody else, they fucked up on, because they should have, if they were going to go after and say the biggest problem for them, where their biggest problem was in that they needed to try to renegotiate something, it had to be mobile, not cloud. Because let's say cloud does blow up in 10 years, right? Well, Microsoft is going to make so much money from mobile, they'll give Ubisoft whatever they want. And who's to say Ubisoft is still going to be around at that point in 15 years if they're not acquired by? Well, Ubisoft will still be around, but I'm saying Ubisoft still be a solo entity. Like Ubisoft could be in a position to where they are a part of something else. And if that happens, then all bets are off. I believe that Microsoft can come back and say, look, I want our shit back. Give us our price.
All the CMA doing is forcing Microsoft to work closely with Ubisoft now.
Oh yeah. And
Ubisoft already in a tough situation.
Yes.
Don't forget that they've almost been taken over with hostile takeovers twice in the last decade. You don't become susceptible to a hostile takeover if you're in a solid situation.
Right. And that right there is what makes this whole situation it's going to be even more problematic going forward. But this is where, and like, I understand right now the way the climate is between the CMA and the FTC and how these regulators operate. We don't even know how our governments, how anything is going to be in the next 15 years. Hell,
the way the Khan will probably be gone by next year.
Yeah. Linda Khan might be out. I mean, might be out of here next year. If you know what I'm saying, if things continue to go like, I mean, we'll just see how it all plays out. But I
just thought I brought that topic up.
If like, let's say the regulators don't get what they want fully, like, I mean, because Linda Khan is out here wanting to lower the price to $100 million for acquisitions, and that's not just with gaming, that's with any big corporation. Like, she just because she got embarrassed so much, and now she wants to. I don't think that is going to get passed. And
wants to overcompensate.
Yeah, she wants to overcompensate. Like, well, now I can have a standard, and I don't think she's going to win that. I just don't.
That would affect big banks merging and everything.
Yeah, that affects all types of United States interest, because
it also affects GRG trying to acquire TSWS Gaming. I mean,
you're right.
That's never going to happen.
We just want hams. We don't want you. We just want hams.
God damn.
We might make sure you get out.
Chairman of the board. Chairman of the board, Sir X-Man, says he just wants him solo.
Just cash me out then. Just cash me out.
Hey, no. All I just want cozy. Everybody else can go hit the showers. I don't give a fuck about anybody.
Wow.
Deuces. Anyway,
you got a problem.
No, but anyway, honestly, I don't know. I think personally that Jim Ryan's job is in jeopardy once this deal goes through, because there's one thing that you said that is spot on, is the fact that all of this stuff that's happening right now is under his watch. And my last question on this topic, and this could be random. Nobody, if you don't want to talk about it, you don't. But this is just random. Just jump in and say your piece. Now, since this deal to me is already officialized, official. What is the perfect fit for the next acquisition for Xbox. Because we know it's not going to be Nintendo, it's not going to be Sega, it's not going to be anybody big like that.
How do you know that, K Mega?
I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
Right now,
no.
Yeah, the CMA, the CMA and the FTC and the powers to be. And then on top of that, Microsoft don't want that headache. Like, we're not going to see any of that shit no time soon. That would be another 10 years from now. So it's going to. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Steve Jobs underestimated Microsoft.
He did.
I ain't about to do that.
Okay.
So I'll give you the rundown of the studios that are a possibility.
Mhm.
What you're looking at is Asobo, CD Projekt Red.
Yep. Let's go.
You're looking at possibly Sega.
Sega's off that list, brother. I don't see Sega being on that list.
Well, hold on. You also have Koei Tecmo.
There you go.
Have possibly Crystal Dynamics, because since
that's happening.
Embracer Group is going to divest a lot of their stuff. So Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal. Let's see. I'm trying to think of some other ones. I don't want Square Enix, but it's a possibility that they may do something with Square Enix.
That would be petty.
It would be petty. And I would want them to be petty. But most of all, I would see Asobo coming in, Crystal Dynamics, and Eidos Montreal.
Mm.
They'll probably get them first.
That's
and
a good
then
list.
They'll go after the bigger fish because Sony doesn't have the money for it. And so they're not going to attempt another publisher because they already got Bungie for $3.1 billion. And so Sony doesn't have that extra money. Now, yes, they did say that they're going to put aside some money for some more purchases, but it's not going to all be on PlayStation. It's going to be throughout all of Sony. So I think that this is more of Microsoft going to go for those smaller studios first, and then when the dust has settled, then they'll go for the big fish in the sea. And especially if somebody is struggling, that's who they usually go after. You see somebody in the water with blood, you know the sharks are coming right after it. So that's what Microsoft is. They're the big shark. They're going after those studios that are struggling, or even the publishers that are struggling. They'll go after them and grab them at a good price.
To continue your shark analogy, before someone else goes, Microsoft is a shark. Activision is a big, fat, plumping fish that stabbed itself.
Juicy catfish.
Stabbed itself, went to the shark and started twerking in front of it. That's what Activision did.
Activision was a guppy.
So you saying that Activision was a juicy plump seal that just said, "Look, man, I'm already wounded."
Activision was a guppy. It wasn't a seal. It wasn't a plump seal at all.
Oh man, I don't know, man. That might have been Activision.
Ham said 10 billion in 10 days, dude. Sorry, Ham said $1 billion in 10 days. That doesn't sound like
don't sound like no guppy. That sound like something serious. Like that sound like a dolphin, like a
and that's
juicy fat dolphin.
Before we factor in Candy Crush.
Anything from King at this point, right? Yeah, anything. I mean, and let's not forget about even though right now Diablo 4 is down because a lot of people were upset with it because of but Diablo still raked the cash, and let's not forget about Diablo Immortals that is still generating money. Like that's what I'm saying. The mobile space is what Microsoft's, with the money that they're going to make off that mobile is going to be ridiculous. And even though like a lot of people are nervous about Microsoft Surface, I think that might be replaced with the Microsoft phone, the Windows phone that might return.
Oh,
please God!
Well, hopefully,
please God!
I'm being serious because they're gonna need it.
Yeah, they're gonna need it. Like that's the point I'm trying to make. It's like the Surface situation that is a Debbie Downer because dude, he was all the design, his passion behind it was second to none, right? and whatever crazy decisions to why they forced this man out, or he decided that Microsoft just wasn't the place to where he needs to do his shit is really weird. But where they lose an opportunity, they gain one, because the mobile market is going to be going to be massive for Microsoft. And even with PlayStation having some games that's on mobile, they don't Sony doesn't have a mobile division or market like that. Like Microsoft will for the very first time. And that's scary. That's scary for the competition, in my opinion.
K-Mega, you mentioned Diablo Immortals. There's a stat, there's a piece of information that I don't think I'll ever forget for the rest of my life. Diablo Immortals spent a month, sorry. I'm not sure how much it's making now, but it spent a full 30 days making $1 million per day. I don't think I'll ever forget that shit.
Bro,
that was wild.
That's
just people who don't have lives and they get money to spend. So, yeah.
I mean, bro, that's I mean, listen. I mean, that just kind of also tells you that when people tell you that they broke, well, that's why they broke. Because they spending their money on shit that they're excited about. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Look at this deal go through, K-Mega, and they put Diablo 4 in Game Pass.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, it's the magnitude of this is staggering, because when they remember, like, there's so many people that's giving their points of view about where Game Pass should be. Like, the first barometer was 50 million. Then all of a sudden it raised up to 100 million, because I think Sean Layden said you have to be at 100 million in order to be considered successful. But when you look at what Game Pass is right now, and then there was an article that came out that said Game Pass almost made $1 billion in less than 90 days, or right close to 90 days.
For the quarter, yeah.
No. It said in 90 days, it made almost $1 billion.
Damn.
Game Pass right now, before even Starfield and the games that's going to be the slate of games that's going to be dropping here from Starfield up. This article came out before that. That article said that Game Pass generated close to $1 billion in 90 days. Think about that.
Well,
so, and if they said that they're over 30 million, which I think that, they kind of fudge it a little bit, because I think they were always over 30 million. I think they're probably in the middle somewhere between 34 and 36 million. That's me just
actually.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to tell you what the number will probably be at, because if you think about the last time that they reported Xbox Live Gold memberships, remember it was over 90 million people that were on Xbox Live Gold.
Right. I always say
so
that. I always say that.
If they converted Xbox Live Gold over to Game Pass Core, you move those 90 million people over, add on the 29 million that was said in the FTC trial, you're over 100 million.
Yes.
So that's where the numbers are at. I can guarantee you they're going to say that, but not right away. They're going to say it probably after the ABK deal is done. And I would say just after the holiday season.
Yeah, no, right. And even though Call of Duty will not be on Game Pass until sometime in 2024, all you have to do is just look at the future of what Xbox games, because now we're going to, this is a perfect segue to get into the next topic. And that is the leaks. And there's one thing about these leaks that I don't think, I don't know. I haven't listened to every podcast, but for the podcasts that I've been on and the podcasts that I listen to, I haven't really heard anybody break down the games thoroughly. Like, we did a little bit on Next Podcast last night, but I don't think people are aware when you try to put everything together, because these games that were talked about in the leaks were games that we didn't know about. You know what I mean? Like so let me go ahead and try to get to it right now. So I'm gonna read them off. let's see. Okay. All right. So, oh shit, did I mess up something? I think I did. Okay, my bad. Sorry, guys. Let me change that. Put that on the other screen. Here.
Well, while you try and fix that, K-Mega,
Uh-huh.
I want to say something that you haven't heard from anyone else
Okay.
on this subject. Everyone's talking about all these games. Guys, has it set in? Has the fact set in that this is just the Bethesda?
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yes. That's
The fact does set in.
great.
Because
You
the
know what?
thing is, it's
You're
just
reading
like
my mind, Lo.
Insomniac.
You're reading my mind, Lo, because that's my whole point here. The list that's
That's
here,
terrifying.
it's all just Bethesda for the most part. Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I don't know what all the projects are, but from my understanding, because all the rest of these games are Bethesda, this isn't everything else that Xbox has to offer. You read my damn mind, so I'm going to go straight to you on this one. Let me read the names off to you guys in the on the panel, and also that's listening right now. Okay, so Doom Eternal, and the DLC that's already been out. Elder Scrolls Greymoor, that's already been out. Fallout Wastelanders, that's already been out. Deathloop. Okay, here we go. Starfield, Elder Scrolls Online expansion, Redfall, Doom Eternal DLC, Ghostwire Tokyo, Fallout Worlds, Fallout 76, Project Habuki. I have no idea what that is. Project Ubu. I have a Project Wonder.
Habuki is Hi-Fi Rush.
Okay, Hi-Fi Rush. I don't know what Ubu and Wanderer is. I don't know what those are. I have no idea, right? Next, Indiana Jones, Oblivion Remaster, Elder Scrolls Online expansion, Starfield DLC, Doom Year Zero and DLC, which this is probably a prequel from what, or maybe that story got reset or something. I have no idea. Project Cholesterol. I have no idea what the hell that's going to be. I'm taking that back. From what my understanding is, Cholesterol is the Mandalorian game, but the Mandalorian game is an MMO. It's not going to be
think about it.
Yeah.
Think about the name Kestrel. That is in the Star Wars universe. So
okay.
that's why.
Okay.
That's why it is the Mandalorian for Project Kestrel.
And so Mandalorian is supposed to be an MMO type game. Okay. Elder Scrolls Online expansion, Starfield. Oh, I already read that. I'm sorry. Project Cholesterol, whatever. Elder Scrolls Online expansion, Project Platinum. Now I don't know what Project Platinum is. Have no clue.
Scalebound. There
Scalebound,
it is.
yeah.
Don't do that to me.
Look at you.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Sucker, don't do that to me.
You kept quiet all this time just
Don't do
to
that
drop
to me.
that
Listen.
bomb.
Don't do
Listen,
that.
it's never gonna happen, guys.
Don't do that to me.
You guys are holding on to hope.
I damn sure
Get
am.
him, Doug. Get him.
I am.
Get him.
But please, Phil.
You guys are.
Please,
This
Xbox
is
team.
like this is.
Aaron, Sarah Bond, Mikey Mara, Matt Booty. Get it popping. Get it.
If you think Scalebound is
Send it
coming
to
out,
me.
then Starfield would actually win Game of the Year.
If they win, they're gonna win game. Starfield is gonna win Game of the Year somewhere.
No, it's not. No,
it's
it's not.
It's not gonna win.
It is not.
Oh,
I almost guarantee you, it's not going to win anywhere.
It's gonna win Game of the Year somewhere.
It is not going to win.
it.
It's
I
not going to
guarantee
win
it.
Game of the Year anywhere.
I guarantee it'll win.
Maybe on an Xbox site, but nowhere else.
It'll win it somewhere. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna win somewhere. It ain't gonna win at the VGAs, but it's gonna win somewhere.
It's not going to be on the VGAs. It's not going to be.
Oh,
PC,
play the
it's not gonna
bastard
be
thing
any
for
of that
him.
stuff.
Play the bastard thing for him right now because he is wrong.
Let's go. Let me go ahead and let me hit him.
I'm telling you right now, it's going to be either TOTK or Baldur's Gate 3.
Let's go. Hold on.
What is
hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
There you go.
TOTK is Tears
of the
Anyway,
Kingdom.
all right, hold on.
Oh.
Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, so let me go back to that list. Anyway, Elder Scrolls 6, Project Cholesterol expansion, licensed IP game. It don't even have a title. Fallout 3 remaster, Elder Scrolls Online expansion, Ghostwire Tokyo sequel, Dishonored 3, and Doom Year Zero DLC. Bro, and as what And I'm glad that you picked that up because I didn't pick it up until after next podcast last night. I'm like, hold up. All of that is just ZeniMax. None of that is anything else that Xbox got down the pipeline. Bro, what in the world is happening right now? What is happening? Hold on, let me go ahead and hit this thing because I got this in the way and this is messing with the camera. I'm sorry, guys. What is going on here? What in the tarnation of tarnations is happening? So
Xbox got games now.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I'm going here and try to fix this because I know everybody's paused right now. Let me go to Dark. Your thoughts about this, man? Like the whole leaks. I know that what I'm saying. I mean, what was the thing that initially caught you off guard or didn't or whatever about these leaks? Or what was the thing I should say that is most interesting to you in these leaks? Because for me, it was those games that was just letting me know that Xbox is not playing at all. They're coming with a barrage of games. But what was the thing for you that was like, oh, interesting?
It wasn't the games. It wasn't the console. It wasn't the controller. It was the fact that the ponies were like, they went off on the emails. They went off on the emails. That's what stood out to me. But here's the thing. Most of those guys didn't even look at the emails. Most of those guys didn't even see what those emails were sent to. It was sent to the CEO and the CFO who are of Microsoft, who are the bosses of Phil Spencer, right? Satya Nadella and I forgot her name, Amy Hood, I think it is. I think that's her name. They basically run that company, right? As the CEO and CFO. And it was crazy to me that people were just like,
Ham Solo walked like Charles Barkley.
What was so
my
So what you're saying is he's a legend, right? Is that what you're saying?
No, he just walked like an old 65-year-old black man.
That's right. He is a legend.
Go ahead.
And that was the crazy thing to me is that everybody went off of those emails as if it was happening right now. Like this was going to happen. That Nintendo was going to be bought by Microsoft and it was ending. The three console, the major three was going to end at this moment as soon as those emails were leaked, right? And that's the thing, like, no. These were emails that he sent to his bosses to basically get them hyped for what he's trying to do with Xbox. Like he was doing this on purpose. Like there's a reason as to why he was doing it. And people just freaked out about it. Were freaked out for a couple days. They were freaked out. I mean, it's calmed down now because everybody came to their senses and realized, oh wait, this hasn't happened yet. Right. So that was really the only thing that really stood out to me. I didn't, the games. That's the thing. Like games don't really stand out to me until I actually see it. Until I actually, either I see gameplay or I get it in my hands, right? And then also the console thing didn't stand out because it was just I was just like that makes sense. Why would they make, if they're gonna make another iteration of the Series X? I understand that they would probably make it digital, right? Like an all digital console. That just makes sense. And then the controller, right? They had the pictures of the controller, the new one, the like elite, like basically like the
Elite
Dual Sense
Elite
Edge, right? Like that version of Xbox's controller, right? That the only thing that stood out to me about that one was the interchangeable batteries, right?
Yeah.
For that. And I was just like, oh, that's cool. Like that would be something that honestly I would like to see PlayStation do, right? Is
Mhm.
like if we need a new battery, we can switch it out for a different one, right?
No, they always say PlayStation doesn't need battery. I mean, batteries in it. We can just charge it.
Well, if it's a rechargeable battery, that's a different story, right?
But that ain't
You
what
know.
they've been saying over the years, Dark. You already
Yeah, I know what they've been saying. I know that they've been saying some wacky ass shit. But I think that would be cool to see something like that where you get interchangeable batteries. I don't know how they would work that out with the PlayStation controller, but that would be something nice to see. But I think overall these leaks were just something that I felt was almost unnecessary, right? Because it's like we kind of knew that this stuff was gonna come down the pipeline at some point, right? Like a new console, a new controller, a new.
I didn't know Bethesda had so much in their pipeline. Honestly, I
Well,
thought it was
it makes
just
sense. It makes sense though.
Elder Scrolls
But that's
6.
the thing. It makes sense for them to have so much in their pipeline because they bought.
Keep going.
Bethesda.
I'll be right back. I'm having a bladder like a little lady or something. I'm over here. I'll be right back.
Oh man, they bought Bethesda. Like
this man want to talk about Charles Barkley. Look at that.
Yeah,
I know he did walk out Charles Barkley.
He had the Charles Barkley strut with the Hank Hill ad.
Oh my goodness!
And he looked like
this man's like, I gotta narrow your urethra. I need to hit.
I mean, I did stick up for your ham and said that you were a legend. So I don't.
Yeah, I heard that. I appreciate that, brother. Thank
absolutely. But yeah, I think with that Bethesda, it makes sense that they would have a lot of games in the pipeline, right? Because they bought them 3-4 years ago. No,
2020.
2020?
No,
Yeah.
actually, no.
Was it 2020? I thought it was 20.
No, they announced it in September of 2020, and they actually
Did they?
finalized it in March.
So
March or May.
No, I
so
did,
like 3
I
years
got
ago,
a video.
2017.
I did.
So like 3 years ago.
I did a YouTube video with that, and it was 2018 when they announced.
Yeah, I remember it was 2017.
So then it was quite a time ago,
that
right?
it closed.
It was quite a time ago.
No, it was in 2021 that they've closed the Bethesda ZeniMax deal.
Either way, it was a while ago when they announced that they were going to buy Bethesda, right? So it makes sense that Bethesda had games in the pipeline during that time, because I mean Bethesda puts out at least 2 to 3 games a year,
right?
For the most part. I mean, what did they put out this year? They put out Hi-Fi Rush and Starfield. And didn't they put out Redfall? That's 3 games that they put out this year.
And I'm close to 50, sucker.
That's
you're in your
basically
30s.
what they do.
Difference
all the time.
I heard everything you said, Ham Solo.
Cam is 27. I don't know what you're talking about. Cam is 27.
Keep going. I'm sorry.
Oh, man, I wish.
No, I'm done.
Okay. Good.
No, I agree with what. I see what you're saying though, Dark, and I agree with what Mr. Orange said in the chat just a moment ago. He said as a publisher.
Yeah, they are.
So it's not surprising. It isn't surprising. They damn well should have a good amount of stuff going on over there, or else what the hell is going on?
Right? Yeah, because they gotta solicit these games so they can make their money. Yeah. So but it is to think about the magnitude of what Xbox has in their portfolio now. Because of that's what blows my mind. So, X-Man.
It's crazy because this is just like in Section C over here. We have this. It's like that.
Like that's what blows my mind out of these leaks. Like, what? This is because at first I was like, oh well, these are, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. And the more that I read it, I went through it like 5-6 times, reading every game. I'm like, these are all ZeniMax games. Holy moly! Like, this is crazy. Sir X-Man, what was the thing that threw you off or that had you like, wow, from the Xbox leaks? Yeah.
Well, this is what I said yesterday. Remember on next podcast?
Mm-hmm.
This is a 10-year plan. it got changed with the Activision thing a little bit, so they had to do some readjustments. That's why Starfield got put out a little later because of all the other things they were going through. But this is still based on a 9 to 10 year program. Microsoft they're not slow, but they're meticulous, and they are a very patient company. Big companies always plan way ahead where they want to be in the future. And like, no disrespect to my buddy
Why
Dirk.
you keep saying no disrespect, and when you throw disrespect at Sony, you're gonna
I
do
gotta,
it.
I got,
know.
I
It's
gotta,
like he
I
does
gotta,
it.
re-
Just say
I
it.
gotta, I gotta
Everybody does
respect
that.
him a little
Everybody
bit.
does it.
All right, okay. With respect to Loke,
Okay. Oh.
All right.
Sony is
Your
not
X-Men.
Sony. Yes, sir.
You said the big companies make long-term plans. There's big companies, and then there's this bloody Microsoft.
Mm.
They're
Oh,
on another level,
you talking about the god of thunder and money?
pretty much.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Microsoft, with all their
Levels.
business practices, has always thought way ahead. Some of the thinking they did that were way ahead didn't work out, but the ones they do, they keep, except for Mixer. I will never understand why they got rid of Mixer. That part still bothers
Well,
me.
because of the people
I know the
that was working
controversy.
there,
I
the
remember.
controversy with the racism shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
But
should have hired K Mega.
You damn right. Mixer would be
hey,
popping right
Mega,
now.
you couldn't handle $1 million a year.
Shit. Well, yeah, I'll probably be dead. I'll be coked out, doing all types of crazy shit. Like I have motherfucking.
We'd all be dead, but okay.
I'll be because I'm gonna bring y'all with me. I'm like, let's go. Mixers pop. But Mixers be the hottest shit ever. Anyway, go ahead.
The funny thing about that is that K Mega would forget about me. He would.
I would not forget. I don't forget. I do not
K
forget
Mega
anybody.
probably
He'd be like,
all the way to Mozambique.
he'd be like, I don't know.
No, he'd be based in California, man. So he'd be closer to
Oh no,
you.
I wouldn't be based in California.
Nah.
No, I like California. Don't get it twisted. But shit, when water is $7, trust me, I'll be based in Oklahoma. Water's
But
free.
you're making $1
here.
million, you be fine.
Oh no! I'll be all in the political system out here. We're gonna get some of these dirty ass Republicans out of here. We're gonna start making this place purple. Not, you know what I'm saying? We don't gotta make it blue, we just gotta make it purple.
Look,
but I'll be based about races. Yeah,
mess around, go broke trying to do that.
I know, right? Because there's a lot of oil money here. So yeah, I would be in some trouble. But anyway,
oh man,
that's why I say I'll be out.
Messy.
I would Mixer would be strong. I would say for a good 3 years under a K Mega tenure, it would be at the pinnacle. So Phil, holla at your boy. Let's bring it back. I got you.
I feel like it would crash and burn. It's like within the month.
Damn.
K
Mega. See, Doug, this is why when K Mega is making $1 million a month, he's gonna find my house in Mozambique.
Forget about me
before he finds your ass.
Man,
anyway, so X-Men, finish your point.
But back to what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
I think that maybe in some people's back of the mind on the other side, that probably scares them because they see that they have a roadmap till 2030. And the other side, I don't think they think that far ahead because of their situations with games and everything else. So, I mean, that scares people. That lets you know that console isn't going anywhere. And that was the biggest part of this kerfuffle that's been going on Twitter and every other social outlet. So that part of it, I think, is the biggest part of this whole thing. Microsoft did a readjustment on their things when they were dealing with the ABK. But now that they are finished with that, hopefully, they can unleash everything and add another couple of years to it. So they see they got mostly everything they wanted throughout this situation. Sure, they were thinking about other places, but when Activision got a chance to land in their laps, Phil, And the Godfather said, let's do this. And everything else we will put on hold and reconfigure after this situation is over. And I love the way they scheme. They've been doing it since they've been around. Some schemes get them in trouble. Some schemes don't and survive and make them money. And people don't think Microsoft isn't all about that money. They're all about that money with everything they do. They didn't become a $3 trillion company for nothing. And Xbox is making revenue all on its own. It's not dependent on Microsoft money now. It's totally sustainable by itself. So when people look at the bigger picture, like I said, that's the part that scares them the most. Now you need to find out what this other side is planning on doing to compensate for Microsoft thinking so far in the future.
Quick tangent on Sir X-Man's point about sustainability of Xbox and Game Pass. I don't like the inconsistency. When Phil comes out and he says that, oh, we had a tough year last year, it was rough, blah, 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 everyone takes it at face value and they're like, yeah, you see, Xbox is struggling, blah, blah, blah. 2022 was terrible. Okay. And then Microsoft comes out and says, we're making a killing with Game Pass in terms of profits. They just cap in. It's bullshit. I don't like that.
Okay, well,
remember, it's public
same source.
You know why you right on that, Loke? Because people are financially struggling, and they can't afford a lot of these games. So right now, a lot of people are realizing that Game Pass for first titles is a better deal for them than going out and pay $100 or $70 for a game. Plus, they get a lot more.
And it's not just first party. It's first party,
it's
and games like Ishin and the man that sold his name or something or whatever.
Okay,
but third party games go day one as well.
You're right, and you're right about that. But then you also got to understand what Phil is doing as well. Like he's speaking to the gamers, and then he's speaking to the investors as well. Like he's playing both sides of the coin, right? He wants the investors to know that, look, Game Pass is still doing, and it also like three sides of the coin because of the ABK deal, because they played chicken and was like, yo, we're just, I know that we're this big, huge conglomerate, but Xbox itself is this small entity in this big, huge pool of water. And the big fishes do not like us small fish Xbox. So we're just trying to prove that we belong not only in the gaming space, but just in Microsoft's company as well. That was part of that was part of the system of Phil and that team being smart to try to, to play to the heartstrings of those for the FTC case, right?
Yeah, like you said in your show earlier this week, you showed the stats.
Yeah.
And you showed what they gained, in just profitability.
Right.
Compared to what they made and what Sony made in profitability. Nintendo's another thing. Nobody wants to talk about Nintendo.
Well, no, because I mean, this is the thing. Like,
that graph was uncomfortable, K-Mega.
But, I mean,
that was uncomfortable for a lot of people to look at.
Right, but it was the truth because of the fact that Sony, if you look back last gen, Sony was up like massively. Sony is still up. But Xbox is on that ass now, and in situations, and even though, like, I'm sure that well, we might as well talk about it for a little bit. Where the journalist, he made his point saying that Xbox had more, did something in 2021. And then he took it down, and now you got people making speculation on both sides, from PlayStation and Xbox. You got Xbox people saying because of the pressure of PlayStation people tell you to take it down, and then you got PlayStation people saying that it was misinformation and he shouldn't. This is bullshit because the media, and you know this, everybody on this panel know this, and people that's listening know this. The media has said all different types of misinformation and has not took a shit down. For years.
One thing about that,
for years,
you forgot to mention in your thing, K-Mega.
Forget for years, K-Mega. Forget for years. Just now, IGN said that 75% Xbox players on the Series S.
I was going to
And
get
then
that.
it was debunked that it's
Yes.
50. It's more or less a 50-50 or
Mhm.
49-51 split. No correction. You can go to the
No
IGN site
correction.
right now. The
That
article's still
boy,
up there.
you're on it because I was just about to say that, Loke. That is an absolute. And listen, that is
You about to
misinformation
get
right there
fired.
because you got plenty of PlayStation stands out there that's
Leave me
saying
alone.
no. You're absolutely right. You have plenty
Hey,
of
Loke,
PlayStation stands that's saying
You're
this
fired.
shit. I know. Yeah. IGN's gonna send you those
IGN gonna
papers.
fire your ass.
Yeah, so you
Look,
have plenty
hey,
of time
Megan,
for podcasts. Hey man, come on.
real quick,
Welcome to
on your
GRG,
show,
man.
I have to
Friday
go.
nights. Yeah.
I know you don't.
I'm
On
going.
your
I'm
show
going to
the
bed.
other day,
You'll
you
have a
forgot
good
to
one.
mention. You know you ain't. Stay here. You forgot to mention one
We're
thing.
gonna, if you can stay on
Sony
for
PlayStation.
another 45 minutes, because we'll get out of here. We'll get out of here in 45 minutes. So if you can give us that time, then we'll be out. We can all get out
Yeah.
together.
Sony PlayStation is also supporting most of Sony industry.
Mhm.
So that's probably another reason that kind of helped their profit go away from the $26 million that they made. So they're not really making as much for just PlayStation. They're probably 40% of the profit goes to Sony Corp. Because none of their other things out there are really making the cash flow like they used to. And we've always known that Sony PlayStation is supporting the Sony, industry right now, because nothing else is really going right for them outside of PlayStation. So, you know what I'm saying? Some of that $26 million might have went to help Sony. That gobbles up your profit.
Billion or billion?
Billion. It was billion.
Yeah. No, I mean, listen. I'm not going to dispute anybody that tells me because where the pushback on me when I posted and saying like they made this man run and take his article down, that is the truth. All you had to do was just read the comment section. The comments were tragic. Like this is the thing to me is where gaming now in the media space is become so comical. Like, I mean, I'm trying to find a good word for it, but it's become comical because it's like there's so many thirst traps in the gaming media space because they just want to hit you with the clicks so you can hit it so they can get their money, and then they don't feel like they want to do authentic, true journalism. Even though that I know that there's still good journalists out there that just want to write what they want to write, right? And
I'm gonna have to push back on this point, right?
oh, that's fine. That's fine. I hope you do. But I think for me though, from where I see it, as a person that reads and absorbs this shit and has been absorbing it since 1991. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that the media used to write about gaming then to where people write about gaming now, it is highly suspect. And like I said, you can't blame every journalist and every gaming corporation, but the fact
Really
that it
just
is
unreliable.
it's just not reliable no more. Like, I mean, I went to IGN for all my gaming information. I went to Game Trailers for all my for damn near all my reviews. Other than, like I said, Adam Sessler. Other than Adam Sessler. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, there was a thing of that seemed like people was more authentic. And I'm not talking about you and others out there that are still authentic about what they do, Loke, but I'm saying you know this. And I know that you don't need to talk down on your colleagues, but I just feel like there's just so many people that's trying to make ends meet to keep themselves seem relevant to hold on to their jobs than to actually do the fucking work like they're supposed to. I don't know. Since you said you want to push back, Lo, let me know where you feel that I'm wrong at.
It's your fault.
Oh,
it's your fault.
Okay.
And everyone else that encourages this behavior. It's called demand and supply, guys. People crap on simps. I'm gonna use an analogy here when like relationships. People crap on simps.
Mm-hmm.
People crap on women that are unfaithful. The problem is their behavior gets rewarded. So if you reward certain behavior, what's going to happen? You're only going to propagate it. You can't sit there and be upset that your significant other is gaining a lot of weight. What are you doing about it? When they snacking at midnight, you're doing nothing. You're not paying attention, and then you want to bitch 5 years later? No, dude. This is a quid pro quo relationship. The reason why these crazy off the wall articles are written is because that's what you click on. If 90% of people that engage in video games woke up tomorrow and then saw a shit clickbait article, scrolled past it and clicked on that interesting article that is very serious about what it's discussing, then what's going to happen? The algorithm is going to spit out results that the execs at these big ass corporations that disseminate the media, and it's going to tell the execs, guys, people don't care about clickbait. People don't care about the console war. And what are they going to do? They're going to follow the money. Suddenly, you're going to have articulate articles that are engaging, that are focused on bringing quality information to the people that are reading it. But that's not what we do. No, I'm not even going to say you. That's not what we do. The other day, I saw a video from this guy MBG that was bitching, talking. He was indirectly talking about, oh no, it's Alex and Fritanga, talking about, oh, there's these guys that have platforms because they thrive off of negativity. Fellas, it's our fault, and it's also his fault, because he also, if you look at him, if you look at his content, he does exactly that.
Yeah, he does.
So it's like, dude, the only reason that content is going to get more and more and more and more views is because that's what people click on. When people come on GRG and then they see K Mega shit on PlayStation, right? When they do a dumb thing, they're like, oh yeah, oh, this negativity, that's awesome. Like and subscribe, throwing super chats. The next week, Xbox does some dumb shit. K Mega, because he's not connected to that echo chamber situation that gets you way more money, way more attention, right? K Mega shits on Xbox the very next week. Then the person that clicked on it, right, instead of appreciating an objective critic in the space, unsubscribes and goes looking for his or her echo chamber. And then what does that do? That tells K Mega that his objective analysis of information in the industry is not something that gets rewarded. And then what happens? K Mega now has to make a decision. Stick to your guns of being objective, but know that in terms of numbers, in terms of productivity, there's a good chance you're going to be mediocre for the rest of your life. You're probably not going to be sitting there with the guys that are raking in thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Sure. So for K Mega, maybe that's fine. For a corporation that's built to make a profit, there's no choice. You're not giving the corporation a choice. And for the people in the chat saying, I don't click on that, that's fine, bro. You are like us. You are the 1%. Don't nobody give a fuck about the 1%. Corporations don't care about the 1%. It's why the Xbox Brooklyn is diskless, because we care about physical. But the 99%, the people that really own the industry, the people that actually feed the algorithm, they don't care. They're playing on mobile, they're playing on cloud, and they're the ones putting in all the money into the industry. So you want to bitch about IGN, you want to bitch about GameSpot, don't bitch at them. They're just doing what the customer wants. The customer
wants clickbait. The customer will get clickbait.
You know what? I mean, and I 100%
It's a
agree with you.
goddamn fact.
I mean, you're absolutely right. It is our fault.
Yeah.
It is our fault. It is our fault. I will 100% agree. And I'm not going to push back on any of that because I mean that's 100% true. The only thing that I will add to that though is that you're right. I'm absolutely fine not being a 20,000 plus having 20,000 plus subscribers because I will not sell my soul for any of these companies. I am an Xbox guy. I there's no question about that. But I am a gamer first. I've always have been, always will be. I think that I feel like I have an obligation to the listeners that's followed me, or for the people that may listen to me for the first time ever. I have an obligation to just tell you how I feel and then hear what your point of view is and then have a discussion. Not to get nasty back if I don't agree with you or anything like that. I just think that is lost. And you're right that people because me and Ham was doing a crossover episode and there was somebody that got pissed off at us because we were cooking Xbox because of whatever the situation was. And they said that they were going to unfollow us and they weren't going to listen to us no more. And I was just like, well, damn, that's cold-blooded, but okay, whatever. And sure enough, they unsubbed. But I'm not going to ever steer money has never been the motivation of why I got into being a content creator. And the sad thing of it is that I think that a lot of journalists that gets into this field, they're not, I wouldn't say so much looking for the money because I don't know what the money looks like in the gaming journalism, but I know that they're looking at it as just as a step. Yeah, but it's a stepping stone for them to get the accolades they need to move to where they actually really want to be. And that's why it's sad all up and down because like I'll listen to reviews and read reviews just so I can have this for content purposes. But I feel so many people are so full of shit. Like I'll get it. I'm in all different types of DMs on Facebook, on Instagram, Instagram is not so much about like groups, but read what people say on Instagram, what people say on X Twitter. And like it's an echo chamber. Like you said, it's almost dangerous to the point. Like this game has gotten so serious. It's the exact same thing when I seen with politics. Like people pick and choose their sides and they don't want to ever look on the other side to see if there's anything valuable from that other entity. And it's disheartening. It's sad. It really is sad. So I know I totally agree with that. You know what I'm saying? So I agree with you on that one, Lo. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And it comes from both sides too, right?
Yeah,
It's not
it
just
does.
one side.
Yeah.
Or three sides actually.
Well, PlayStation stands are the worst. I don't give a fuck. They're worse than Xbox. There's some treacherous.
There's some Xbox dudes though
dog
that you're
shit
like
ass Xbox guys out there and ladies, but and there's some weird Nintendo out of pocket stands there too. But no, PlayStation stands are the absolute in the gaming space. It's the absolute worst. They're
because they always think they're right and they're not always right.
They're gross. Yeah. They're gross. They're so damn gross. And they will never admit that they're wrong. That's
Mega, I hate to say this.
Yeah.
I kind of sympathize with PlayStation fans because I feel like they're the Lakers of the gaming industry.
Dang.
No, that makes sense.
I'm like super, I'm a Lakers fan.
No, that makes
super
perfect
arrogant.
sense. Yeah, no, they're very arrogant.
Talking about Magic Johnson era?
I would say Kobe era.
Kobe.
I would say Kobe era.
Kobe era.
Yeah, PlayStation ain't. I mean, PlayStation is held it down. But I would say if there's any gaming culture that had like the Magic era, that's Nintendo, the NES era, because they
that's true.
they saved gaming just like Magic and Bird saved the NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Nintendo
definitely. Yeah.
No,
And that was a beautiful story. There is a documentary out about Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. It's a beautiful story.
Yeah, it's a good.
I know that history.
It's a good
The
documentary.
whole racial,
going back to
aspect,
Michigan
they
State
leaned into
and
it. They leaned into the racial thing, but not in a negative way.
Right.
And it's so sad that we can't lean into the console war in a positive way. It's so sad.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. But I would definitely, that's a great analogy. I look at PlayStation fans as Laker fans, Shaq and Kobe era. Yeah, like I mean they get the wins to be the dominant team of that era, but they're not all what they think they are. They're not the 96 Bulls. They're not the Showtime Lakers. You know what I mean? Like they're not that.
They're definitely not the Bulls.
Yeah,
right.
For
sure.
Right. But
the Bulls
you know what they think they are.
Peak.
Slow the fuck down, all right?
No,
slow down.
Look, eat it up, bro.
Eat it up. And then Xbox gamers right now is like
Lakers we're talking about.
But hold on,
Tread softly.
But the Xbox gamers, I would have to say as me being a part of the Xbox echelon, I mean we are the Toronto Raptors, the Milwaukee Bucks. You know what I'm saying? We're the OKC
I feel like
Thunder.
Loke wasn't around
like,
when the Bulls were at their peak.
Yeah.
Were you not around when the Bulls were at their peak?
No, listen.
Were you not born yet?
Listen.
He is a twinkle in the eye.
Yeah.
He was just
Buzz
a
off,
twinkle.
man. Buzz off.
Oh shit, Lady Foxfire says sports.
Guys.
Okay, listen, but I think those are great analogies though.
Fellas. Kobe and Shaq were the last team to do a three-peat.
That's fine.
That's fine. Yeah.
Wasn't like
that's
Jordan
all I have
and
to
Pippen.
say about it.
I mean, PlayStation has been dominant for damn near 30 years. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
that's true.
Yeah.
I
so,
mean, and that's
so
the thing.
It's
at some point. I mean, the king will fall, right? From grace.
Absolutely.
So,
Xbox is right now the Detroit Pistons. And the San Antonio Spurs.
Damn.
That's exactly
2004 Pistons.
And the San Antonio Spurs, baby. Tim Duncan. We just drafted.
Which Pistons are we talking about?
And we got old ass Robinson
He's talking about the 2004 Pistons.
Oh, we're talking about
Carmelo and Gary Payton.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. Let's move on. This guy.
About to get that win, baby.
Y'all got
I'm sorry,
K
Mega, but that answer stunk. I didn't like it at all.
Y'all are gonna dominate for 1 year. K-Mega, y'all are gonna dominate for 1 year. That's what you're saying.
I said
right,
I said the Spurs as well. So I said we just got our Tim Duncan with the ABK deal. We're ready. It's about to get ugly. It's about to get ugly in this industry, and it's about to get really
You're
ugly.
predicting 20 years of dominance.
Oh yeah, Xbox is about to take flight. Only thing that's standing in the way of Xbox is Nintendo, and Nintendo don't give a shit. Nintendo just want to do what they want to do. Sony is in a position to where they have to maintain and have to put up or shut up. And Microsoft is right now in a position that's behind Xbox. They're saying, we're going to fund you. We're going to do this. We're going to see how this play out. We're going to see how this played out. And while Xbox is doing power moves right now, what does the PlayStation community have for us right now? What does PlayStation have for us right now?
They're almost just sitting dormant, right? At this
Right.
point, they're kind of like just seeing
what.
About.
And Spider-Man's coming out.
I know.
Spider-Man's
No, listen. Hold on, Loke.
They bought it.
I'm talking about in terms of just.
Bro, is it exclusive to PlayStation or not? I don't care how they got it.
3 months.
All right.
They're playing it safe. They're
As
playing.
long as they're not the Rams.
I shouldn't have said. I should. Oh man!
Hold on.
Get Ham out of here! Cut this man off right now! Cut his mic!
All my Ram shit is
Get him out of here!
Low blows all around. What's
Listen. Okay, we got 2
I'm
Super
taking
Bowls.
everybody.
We got 2 Super Bowls.
I've been calm. Let me put a close to this topic.
Weak ass
Hold
Rams
on.
Weak ass
Before you do that, Sir X Man.
Go ahead.
I shouldn't have said they're dormant. I should have said
Okay.
that they are
Rams is Stadia. You're right.
They are playing. They are
We're
playing
champions,
safe
bitches. Watch your
right now.
mouth.
They're playing safe right now
Safe?
at Sony, at PlayStation. Yes, they're playing safe.
They're
They've
making
got
layups.
Spider-Man. They got Final
They're
Fantasy
so
coming
far
out.
ahead.
That's playing. That's
They're
playing
not shooting
safe.
threes and
That's
they're
playing
making
safe.
layups.
That's playing safe though. That's playing safe. What they're doing right now is just putting
The
out
points
Spider-Man,
count,
putting out,
bro.
you know,
The points
Final
still
Fantasy.
count.
Not if we want
No,
to shoot
dude.
threes. The other
Spider-Man's
ones
gonna
just
sell
shoot
10,
two.
It counts,
10 plus
but they're paying-
million.
But they're playing it safe because I mean, why rock the boat when Xbox hasn't really proved themselves. I mean, I know they came out with Starfield, but they haven't really truly proved themselves just with one game. No, they haven't.
Okay, now I
sorry, but
disagree
they
with
haven't.
you. I disagree
Now
with you,
can
dude.
I end this?
Xbox is
I
more
know
than
what to
just
say.
one game, bro. Xbox is Game Pass.
Okay,
It's
About
not
it.
just Starfield.
but I mean, like
it's
in terms,
Starfield,
Not just
Forza.
about Game
in
Pass.
terms of exclusives, it's like they put out that one that game Starfield, and
Here's a concept. Here's a concept for you guys, and this one's for everyone here. I don't know if maybe I'm going off track here. Xbox doing day one on the latest Yakuza that's coming out in December is damn near an exclusive.
Oh.
Because anyone with half a brain cell that loves Yakuza now knows just buy an Xbox
And Persona.
and you've got all the Yakuza games. Yeah, Persona 3 Reload as well. Yeah.
And
I mean,
Tactica.
I don't consider the third party stuff exclusive to Xbox. Only you can only say it's exclusive to Game Pass. You can't really say that it's exclusive to
But
Xbox.
that's-
No, I'm talking results wise.
Right, like
I'm talking
that,
results
that
wise.
generates like the way
No,
people's money.
absolutely
is
not.
You got to. You have to.
Dude,
You have to.
you're motivating
My
people
goodness.
to sit there
that
and
man
be like,
yelling.
this game that's coming out on December 10th on one platform, it's almost free. On the other platform, it's $70.
Yes.
Right.
Is there much of a choice there?
That's the thing. People will go and play it on their preferred console, or they'll go and play it wherever they
No,
have
they
it.
won't. No, they won't.
Wherever they have, yes,
no,
they will.
won't. No, they
Absolutely.
Dude, that's why the S
Where's
exists. That's why they made the
where's
series.
Baldur's Gate
Are you
on
kidding me?
PlayStation? Where's Final Fantasy 16?
If it's a game that they want to play,
Well,
then
that obviously they don't want to play it because they didn't buy it.
clearly they don't want to buy.
They
don't want to buy Final Fantasy. They don't want to buy Baldur's Gate 3.
What
But
about
if it
Gran
comes to
Turismo 7?
Yakuza, if
What about Gran
Yakuza
Turismo?
comes out and it sells well on PlayStation, what are you going to say then?
It won't.
They'll
Because if it's
still be
$70,
playing
that's
it
the
It
thing.
won't.
won't because it's a niche title. People don't
they'll
really
still
buy
be
those type
playing
of
Call
niche
of Duty,
titles.
dude. It just Call of
No,
Duty
it will
comes out
sell.
right a month before that.
It'll
I
sell
can
on
tell you right now,
Xbox.
Persona 3 Reloaded is going to sell well on PlayStation.
It should.
Wait,
It
are you saying
better.
Persona 3 is gonna sell more than Yakuza?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Oh, I doubt
You're out
that.
of your mind.
I doubt that.
No, it
You're out of
probably
your
will.
mind.
No, it probably will
That's
because
a
Down to
Because-
this conversation.
Persona
love
is
that.
more popular than the Yakuza.
I like that.
I'm
On
out this-
Nintendo,
we can-
Persona
You know,
is like
still
God.
mark this down so we can go ahead and I can post this up on
Right.
on the short
Can
so
I-
we can keep this as a record so we can find this out. Find out what happens
And-
when those games
and-
those games come out.
Now
See
can
what
I
those
get to my
numbers
quick
look at.
point?
Yeah,
Real quick.
because we got to hear what Viper got to say, and then we get to our last topic, and then we get out
I
of
know.
here.
In the 90s, Sony was dominant. They had money. They could do no wrong.
Sony was dominant from the 90s all the way down to
Up
I
into,
would say
up into
2006.
around 2000. Nah, I'll give them
2006.
2000. I'll give them 2000.
What? Who took their position in
Let me
2006?
finish. Let me
360.
finish.
360.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Sit your
If
ass.
it wasn't for the black, if it wasn't for the red ring,
financially.
hold on, I'm sorry, man. If it wasn't for the red ring of death,
They
Xbox would
would've
have
blew 'em
outsold.
out the water.
Xbox would have blew out PlayStation 3 by
Bro,
2-1.
This is
2 to
not
1.
a video
probably.
game.
2-1.
If does not matter, bro.
If Jordan would have missed that shot against Elon,
All you got to do is look at the sales.
if
numbers
Elon
of
Musk
the
hadn't
PlayStation
bought
3
Twitter,
compared to the 360,
Bill
and it
Gates
took
had
3
chosen
years
to
for
go
the
and work for his
PlayStation-
dad
2
instead
years
of
for
going to
PlayStation
go
3
to the garage
catch
and
the
open his own
360.
company. Don't nobody care about no ifs. It's about what happened,
I just
dude.
gave you a
What
fact,
actually happened?
but you're yapping. I just gave you a fact, but you're yapping. I said
What's the fact?
it took
What's the
2
fact?
years after the 360 was out. Everybody was getting ready to move on over. At the end of the generation, it took 2 years for PlayStation to catch the 360 and to get over to get to what, to like 90
by
million.
exclusive.
Let me
And that was
respond,
because
Doug.
of the
Doug, settle down.
exclusives.
Hold on.
Yeah, okay.
K Mega,
Yeah.
you lost in the first round. In the first match, right? In the first match, you lost in the first round.
You got knocked
How?
out.
In the second match,
How?
in the second match, hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
In the second match, you lost in the 9th round. How many matches did you lose?
So you're telling me, so you're going to sit there and you're going to talk about with the PlayStation that's been out for what, 10, 12, 13 years, 15, almost 15 years beforehand, before the 360 even came out, that's already been solidified. That's like me saying, well, Nintendo, they can't, you know what I'm saying, when Nintendo outsells when Nintendo outsells PlayStation, well, you know, they lost the first round, they lost the third round.
For sure. K Mega, I'm not one of these
No,
disingenuous motherfuckers that should probably get a job at the CMA pretending like Nintendo doesn't exist. Nintendo is the king of gaming.
FTC, sir. FTC.
We need to get that shit straight. Nintendo owns gaming like a bitch.
Yes,
and this is a
do.
guy that doesn't even care for Nintendo. I don't own a Switch. I haven't owned I haven't owned a Nintendo since the NES, but I'm not insane.
Fraud.
I know they dominate the gaming industry.
Okay.
What I'm saying is Xbox lost the 360 gen to PlayStation. Just between the two of them, PlayStation 3 won. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying PlayStation is the best ever. Nintendo is the GOAT.
Now, when you're talking about the number situation, sure. Are you talking about the hearts and minds? Look how many people stayed on the 360 compared to the people that left. It was a mad exodus to the PlayStation 4 from the 360. From the PlayStation 3. Like, bro,
Hey, Mega, do you want me to respond to that?
No. I had homeboys.
Because it's not going to be pretty if I respond to that.
Please respond to it. What's going to be your response?
Nothing on the Xbox One to motivate people to move over.
Come on, man. You had Titanfall. You had Forza Horizon 2. You had...
he's not wrong, though. He's not wrong, though, because there was a lot of stuff that was...
I'm just spitting facts. I'm just spitting the facts.
Going over.
I'm just spitting the facts.
It was also... But it wasn't just that.
Whooping it.
It was also
Sony
the
didn't have anything. It was really came out with the PS4.
A lot of it was the DRM problem that Xbox had.
Right.
Sir X-Men, you're right. But the PS3 was
it did have to do with the games, though, too.
There
wasn't anything appealing.
Nothing to do with the games.
Motherfuckers rushed to the PS4. That's how much they enjoyed the PS3, Sir X-Men.
Can I finish
They
my
rushed
point?
to the PS4. They couldn't wait to get a PS4 because of how much they enjoyed the PS3, dog.
Oh my God.
The people on Xbox were like, yo,
PlayStation 4.
let's jump to the one, and then Don Matrick just kneecapped it. Do you want a console to play offline?
What I'm trying to tell y'all, it had nothing to do with the console situation over the move up. Like I said, Microsoft in that time with 360, they were stacking money. You know, Sony was still slowly fading away from the corporation part and getting more into the console part. Remember, Sony's a bigger entity, as far as electronics making and all that stuff. So back then they used to count on the profit margin for their devices and their movies to help sustain them a lot more than the console did at the time. But then they started to see the console started to blow up in the 90s with the PS2. But over time, they have changed how they run it, and they still running it that way today. No. This time, in this generation, Microsoft has always been thinking ahead, trying to change the generation to a new narrative for one, and don't freak out, Loke, to do more for gamers, put more games on their console, but they had a
talking about
lull
the Xbox
when they
One
but
the
they had a
360.
lull with the Xbox One. We all know how that
Oh,
went
We know
about
how
the
that
well,
works.
right.
I gotta ask.
But
I gotta ask. Hold on. Well, go ahead. Finish your last point because I gotta ask
yeah,
Viper
I'm
his thoughts
almost
about that.
done,
Okay,
K
go ahead.
Mega.
Go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead.
almost done.
Because we got
But
about 13 minutes left before we go
I
and get
know.
out of here.
But during that time, Microsoft started figuring out how to make things better for profit and make things better for gaming. So they started implementing all these new features, got rid of some that we liked, but they were doing it for
They were
themselves to
listening
make
to the wrong
themselves better
people.
in the market. Right, on that part, because I missed Snap. Sorry. Um, but when Phil Spencer came in and saw all the wrongs that were
Phil
happening
Spender.
under who, I'm not even gonna say his name, things started to change. And he knew it was gonna be a while to turn it off. So slowly they started innovating and started making more money for that console. And that did not go in the bulk of Microsoft at the time. But then when he went to Adala and said, okay, we need to make this work, Adala said, okay. Next thing you know, this started being a higher profit margin, and Sony started to lose profit margin because of the things they were doing. And by that time, Sony's other side, not just the PlayStation side, started losing revenue because other entities started coming out with better electronics that they make. Their movies did okay, but a lot of the other movies, other than Spider-Man and some other high-profile ones, weren't making as much money. So they started becoming
What
more
does all those other
independent.
entities have to do with PlayStation, Dog Walk, and Xbox One?
No, that I'm not. I told you I wasn't talking about the console part. I'm talking about
Oh,
the
okay.
money wise and how it's affected.
But now
How it's affecting them
we're
now.
rambling.
I'm almost done. I'm
We got
almost.
12
We're
minutes and we
moving
got one more
goalposts.
topic left. Come
We
on, man.
accuse ponies of
Oh,
moving
get there. Reach
goalposts all the
reach it,
time,
brother. Get there.
but
Get
we're
there.
here moving the goalposts.
So
That's what I'm saying. You
Microsoft.
got to get back to the
Okay,
point
I
you're making.
was getting there. I was really almost done. So, but Microsoft is now making the money at a profit, while Sony is trying to share their money out. So that gives them less money to develop things right now. Microsoft and their coppers under Xbox has more money to develop things. So now that's starting to come to fruition of all the money that Microsoft has built up in their coffers. The other side doesn't have that kind of money in their coffers to develop like that. So they can push more games out on Microsoft. And that's what's happening right now. Innovation always moves technology. And because of the innovation that Microsoft put in early, it's finally starting to slowly pay off because they are a patient
Wait,
company
did you
with
just
a
call
game plan.
purchasing
But
innovation?
well, yeah, he did say that. But I get what Sir X-Man is saying.
What?
But the problem is that Xbox panicked and listened to the wrong people.
Right, at that era, right, at that time.
And during the Xbox One, and then it set the Xbox One back even further. And the second and third party let Xbox completely down. So anyway,
Yep.
Viper, let me
Okay, Mega. Don Metric was a visionary, man. Come on.
He was a
Everything
business.
said,
He knew how to market.
he was a visionary. Everything he said he wanted the Xbox One to do, that's what is currently being done with these consoles. People are watching TV. People are watching Netflix on this on these machines. These machines are damn near
But Xbox
like
panicked.
bricks if you turn off the internet.
Right, like no, there was dumbass Xbox gamers. I had to argue with them on BGST and other places to tell them like, look, no, innovation is where it's at. You can't be thinking of just because PlayStation.
Wait, you were down for it day one?
Oh, I was down for Xbox One for everything.
HDMI.
That's what made me believe in it. That's what made me choose the Xbox One. Oh, there was two factors. One was because of the fact of Killer Instinct, and the other factor was because of the TV anywhere. Because I was with my ex. She and we all watch television and do all that shit together, and then like everything that they were implementing and they talked about with the Xbox One was perfect. It was the powers to be in these content creators, and a lot of these content creators were PC guys or PlayStation people that had a lot of clout, and then they talked Xbox content creators to say the dumbest shit and say, well, we just want a console without any of these things. And so the PlayStation community was saying that because PlayStation
Wow,
4 was
CMA.
just
Hey.
like that until they started implementing their TV shit like powers and
Kudos
everything
to
else.
you, man.
It was ridiculous.
I did.
Oh yeah, no,
I
did
love
you
watching.
so
I was
far
I
ahead of
love
this.
watching
on a
football.
weekly basis. But
I
anyway,
love watching
Kudos to
football
you.
and had to snap on the other side that
Yeah.
showed me the scores of the other games.
Then when people were
I
talking about the
enjoyed that.
Connect and all that bullshit, I agreed with the only thing with the Connect was that they should not have bundled that and forced it on the gamers.
That is true.
Facts.
They should have never done that. That was the dumbest decision, and that's also Don Matrick, vision as well, which was a dumb vision. You sit there and you sell that
and the rollout
separate.
of DRM was just terrible.
Well, everything had DRM there. PlayStation didn't have to say nothing. But
That's fine, but it's all about how you bring it out. It really is.
I know.
And then after bringing it out, like you said at the beginning of talking about this, it's standing on.
Yeah, right. It needs to be standalone. And then the last point on this is that the biggest factor, which people now wish, and it makes me sick because I still know that these were the same people that were bitching and saying that they didn't want any of these things. They just only wanted a console-only product. We're over here like, well, man, I would have loved if they gave that 10, if I could add 10 friends onto my, onto the list to where we could all share a game, the 10 people share thing. Well, you killed it. Because you was over here listening to people that don't give two shits about an Xbox or their vision, and you just rode the coattails of these people and just sided with them because it sounded good or it was more popular. Because
you got them scared of the future.
Because Phil Spencer said it himself. We lost the digital age in the console space because we made different decisions that we were trying to implement in the beginning. They were well ahead of the game. It's just that us dumbass, and that's just the truth. We were all dumb and ignorant. We didn't understand it. We were kind of trying to I was all for it because I was like, this is different and new. I'm all about innovation. I'll give it a try until it fails. But there was just too many people that was like, there were the grandmas and grandpas and get off my lawn. Just give me a box. I can play a game. Give me a disc. I don't want nothing digital. I'm out. And now look at where where everything is. And PlayStation benefited off of all of it because for the shit that they had with DRM and everything else, they was quiet because they knew Xbox was getting their teeth kicked in while they were still having games with DRM. And
they did the meme about how you can share games.
Right.
That was
beautiful. That was beautiful marketing. And then that was the end of Xbox's marketing scheme. Because they were great with it during the OG Xbox and during the 360. I don't know where the hell that they're marketing. I guess because of just the way that the powers that be didn't want to spend no money on Xbox. They wanted it to fold. But that's just where we were at. There was just so many mistakes, and PlayStation benefited wholeheartedly. Now that we look at Xbox as got their identity back, they're not going to relinquish it, and they shouldn't, no matter how many people bitch and complain about it. Stay true to your core and what you will do, because eventually people will follow. And that's just what it is. Because remember, people were hating Game Pass. There was Xbox gamers that was hating Game Pass. Anyway, it's just crazy.
I wasn't.
No, I know, but you
I
guys
was a visionary in Game Pass, just like you.
Yeah.
As soon as it became available in my region, I was like, day
I was
one.
all
baby.
over it.
20
go.
20 games, and all I have to do is pay $10 for 20 games. There wasn't much on Game Pass, but I was like, day one, let's go. And then they kept adding games and games. And then when they got Bethesda, my mind exploded. They put all the Bethesda games, I lost it.
Right.
That's the first day. I think I just sat there, just scrolling through the games, and I couldn't believe I can install any one of these. And I was like, is this real life? What's going on?
All right. Okay. I gotta give my respect. I gotta give his opportunity to talk about the this topic, and then we'll just breeze through, and whoever want to talk about whatever about the TG, the Tokyo Game Show, and what game gotta be, you can say if nobody don't want to say anything, but we gotta cover that. But I do gotta hit up Viper because Viper's been waiting patiently. Viper, what was the thing within the ABK? I mean, I'm sorry, but the Xbox leaks that caught your attention that made you say, "Oh, damn," you know? So sorry it took so long because I know I went on my rant as well.
I think he
don't know
fell
if Viper's
asleep.
even there.
He's out. He's done. No, he's there. He's asleep. So we put that poor man to sleep. All right. So last topic, we can go get so we get out of here. Damn.
Want me to
Damn.
call him and wake his ass up?
No, Sir X Man, you put him to sleep. Telling that bum ass story. No, I'm playing. I'm just let me go there because I got into it too. I just there was so many missed opportunities for Xbox during the Xbox One because the Xbox One was not a bad console at all.
Right.
But
That's why I thought I
they
would
stripped
bring
the
this
hell out
up.
of
You're
it.
right. It wasn't a bad console. It was a terrible console.
Wow, you goddamn, you stand anyway, but no.
I will pay for everybody to go to California and just fuck him up.
No. That man speaking his PlayStation curb stomped the shit out of Xbox, boy.
Yeah,
that
I
was
have
some
to- I have
hard
to throw
times for
that-
me.
That,
Hard times for
you know,
me.
sometimes I have to keep the pony, you know, I have to keep it going.
It's almost out of you though. I say by this time next year, the contract will be signed. You'll be a part of. You'll be
The
part
light
of Team
is definitely
Green.
flickering. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
All right, TGS guys.
Doug, you better make sure you finish Spider-Man like 7 times.
Oh, he probably
Just so you can
he might.
regain your
He
stripes.
loves Spider-Man.
I do love Spider-Man.
He loves Spider-Man. TGS, what games, fellas, just jump in, interrupt. I don't care at this point. What games caught your attention at TGS that you've seen from Xbox or from any other? If you stayed up and watched any of those, or just caught them, you know, I mean, I watched Capcom and I watched Namco, Bandai, and then I watched the Game Awards, the Japanese Game Awards, trying to stay up to see the Xbox Tokyo Game Show, but I couldn't do
Pikachu
it.
with a gun.
I couldn't.
That's the one I like.
That's
Pikachu
what I'm saying. What?
Power Worlds.
Power Worlds, bro. What did I say? That's super cute thuggery.
Dope.
Hashtag
All I gotta
super
say
cute
is
thuggery.
none of the games that were shown at TGS were anything that I was all like, "Oh my gosh!" I can't
Are
wait
you
for that."
kidding me?
Would you get
No.
off this Boulder's Gate kick, please?
Nope.
Doug,
Oh
Doug,
shit!
do
I'm
you
sorry.
have someone that you
Hypnosis.
game
Let me
share
go
with?
back. Let me go back. So Hypnosis
Yeah, I do.
sent me a super chat.
God damn it.
Okay.
I feel like this is the second time I've asked you this.
It is.
Damn it.
Angel Azell 7, you know what I'm saying? AKA Hypnosis, my main man. He said, great show. He says, playing Resident Evil 4. He said, separate ways and listening. Excellent. You know what I'm saying? I need to get back into the scary games, man. I used to be so deep into them, man. I don't know. I don't know what happened to me, man. I gotten old and
No,
scary.
I was kidding about none of the games. I mean, there was a few indies that kind of stood out that I was all like, you know, that's kind of cool. Like at the Xbox show, they showed what's that one that they showed with the you got the name wrong for it, Athea something Athea.
Yeah, that looked good.
The where I said the two gentlemen spoke real fluent Japanese. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't Japanese that they were speaking; it was Italian.
Was that Italian they were speaking?
Yeah, that was Italian.
He's talking about a different game.
No. He's talking about
the Athea one. Yeah,
Athena or Athea.
Athena.
Yeah,
I think it was Athena or something like that. That looked pretty good. That looked cool. That was something I was like, okay, I'd probably play that. For the most part, like most of the stuff that I saw, I was just kind of like, man, I didn't really have too much that I was all like, I want to play that, you know, like I do with the Xbox showing. When they do their Xbox show, I'm always like, there's always something at Xbox is showing that I'm like, I definitely want to play that. Even if it's third party and it goes to Game Pass, I'm playing it in Game Pass.
That's ridiculous.
For me, it was Yakuza. The 2 Yakuza games going day one to Game Pass. That's why for me that is a franchise I've already decided. Like it's a franchise that is near and dear to me. I haven't played all of them, but I've played all of them up until Yakuza 5. I'm still trying to finish 5.
Oh, you ain't
while
finished
all
5
these
yet?
bangers keep releasing.
You know what you should do?
Dude,
You should play the Judgment games too.
Yeah,
yeah.
the spinoffs are
Also, that's
good.
also
Yeah,
part of the franchise.
yeah.
So for me, right, those announcements, I'm excited for those games, not because I'm going to get them, because I don't even care about Game Pass when it comes to the Yakuza games. I just know I'm going to eventually just buy them anyway. Um, for me, I'm just excited for the people that haven't tried Yakuza. And I'm jealous of the people that are going to jump into one or both of those games and discover something so amazing and be like, is there more of this? And then find out that most of it is already on Game Pass, and then just be so like excited to play through it from Yakuza 0. That's my like the biggest takeaway that I got from the whole TGS. If you're on here, you haven't tried any of the Yakuza games, start with Yakuza 0
Yes.
and just decide, even if you're not enjoying it, just do it like a chore. Just to say that you played it and you fucking hate it and Loke sucks. Just do that for me, please. Finish that game, and then
Loke.
if you finish Yakuza 0 and you don't love the series, then come here and say Loke sucks.
Loke, you suck.
Wow. Fuck off.
Damn.
I said
Anybody
go and
else?
install the game.
Anybody else? Any games that anybody was excited about from TGS?
I just think that power game where you had wings and you were flying and you were shooting. That game looks so sick, dude. That's a sleeper hit right there.
Are you talking about Power World?
Yeah,
Super
that's
Cute
gonna be
Thuggery? Hashtag
yeah,
Super Cute Thuggery? Yeah.
Yeah, because that
Super
game's
cute.
gonna be a hit.
that game was only supposed to. I thought that game was only going to go to PC right away, but
Yeah.
apparently
yeah.
now it's going to go to other stuff. So that's good.
Yeah. Ham, you nothing from TGS caught your attention?
What's that?
Nothing from TGS caught your attention?
Oh yeah. No, I was just letting everybody else speak. Pal Worlds was dope. Persona 3 Reloaded looked really good. I'm pretty excited for that. Let's see. I was telling Loke earlier that they keep rolling out with these Yakuza games, and I'm still on 0, and I'm on 0, but I've been kind of like on and off of it for the last few years, just kind of like dabbling with it, wondering, trying to find time for it, but there's always been something to kind of get in the way.
Yeah, it gets hot.
Once I kind of get the taste of it.
Yeah, it gets hot.
And
at a certain point.
But I'm saying, seeing the game looks beautiful. Yakuza 0 looks beautiful. But like the newer ones look really good, and it just each time I see them come out with another edition, I feel a little bit of FOMO. But thank goodness, got Game Pass out here trying to hook a brother up with every single Yakuza when I'm ready. So hopefully they keep that relationship with Sega real good, because I'm gonna need some time when there's a lull. But damn, when is there gonna be a lull?
I don't know. I'm thinking
November.
I'm thinking if no, not in November. I say middle. I say beginning.
November's Call of Duty.
Yeah, because it's
Call of
according to
Booty.
me, it's going to be December for me. It's according what the Avatar game is going to be. If the Avatar game is cool, then I'll be on it. I'll play it. But if it's like a game that's kind of okay and it's like, oh, okay, I'll start catching up on the backlog. I'll finish Hogwarts and Star Wars and shit
You still
on that
haven't
at that
finished
point.
Hogwarts? Dang, bro.
I mean, I was on Forspoken. I was over here doing. I was over here fighting for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I was over here fighting for
you were doing the pony work. Okay.
I was doing the fake Lord's work for y'all, man. I was fighting for y'all, man. I was trying to hold
You
up
were trying to
Forspoken.
hold up the pony flag, and nobody was
I was
listening.
trying to say, look, man, you PlayStation guys, I'm with you. Forspoken.
That's what I'm trying to do right now with
by
Baldur's
myself.
Gate 3, but no one's no.
Stands are the worst, man. But
They are, man. They really are.
And don't forget, Avatar is going to be co-op too. So
yeah,
you can play the whole
Avatar is
story
going to
with
be
a
yeah.
friend.
So I'm
That's
definitely
true
gonna be
because I
playing
mean that one's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be more.
I think it's going to be low key good. I think because graphically it doesn't look spectacular.
Yeah,
I think that it's going to be decent.
But it's gonna be fun.
It looks good,
right? It's gonna be
I
a fun
the way
game.
It looks.
So I don't know.
As a fan of Avatar, I definitely am excited.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so for me, and I don't know why y'all are frauds because y'all didn't pay attention to these games. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, K Mega is out here letting you know I support all different types of games. This is what we do here. Xbox, none of these games last gen would have, except for maybe two, would have came, and that's Exoprimal and this game I'm going to say right here. I think Hotel Barcelona would have came to Xbox. Everything else would have not. But anyway, Hotel Barcelona is on my radar. I'm excited about it. Octopath Traveler 2. I picked up the first one. I paid straight up cash, homie, for the first one. I'm going to pick this one up. You know what I'm saying? Play anywhere title. You can play it on your Xbox or your PC. It's greatness.
I don't think Octopath Traveler 2 is as good as the first one.
You don't think so?
That's just my opinion.
Oh, yeah. it might not be.
I didn't like it as much as I did the first one. I didn't even finish it. I was just like,
Okay. All right. I had somebody when I did a video talking about Tokyo Game Show this week. They told me that I need to play the Ace Attorney trilogy, and I will give it a shot. It's a game that I've seen forever, but
those
it's
games
just
are
never...
very narrative, dude.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just like, I'll give it a shot because I'm just kind of like, but I'll give it a shot. But anyway, but that's not. I'm just saying, I'll just give it a shot. I'll go back to the game. Yeah. All
well,
6
then,
games.
You could just try it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'll try it out.
It's like,
game,
try it out.
I'm picking up next week, day 1, shot out. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Xbox out there doing that work. Affinity Strash. You know what I'm saying? Dragon Quest, The Adventure of Die.
Strash.
Yes, I am going to cop that day 1. I'm getting that on the box, and it's a play anywhere title, so I can get it on the box, get my achievements, and put it on the mighty PC. Let's go. Let's get it. You might
as well just play it on PC.
I probably will, but I'm just saying that, you know what I'm saying? But when I download it first, it's going to be on the Xbox, you know what I'm saying? So the Xbox can get, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, let the juices flow.
And then it can get some love.
Yeah. And then, wow. You know what I'm saying? Then once it's in there, it's going to be.
Then you go to the mighty PC.
Because you can instantly play it in the cloud.
Right.
You can instantly play it in the cloud on the Xbox and have it download on your PC.
Man, you don't even play on Xbox. Get out of here. You only play on PC.
It's not on cloud. It's what you call it. But anyway.
No, it's an xCloud game. So you can actually play it while it's loading on your PC.
Oh, I get what you're saying. Yeah, no, I ain't playing no xCloud on that. I'm gonna be
why would you play it on the cloud?
Yeah. The Personas, of course.
Play some games on the cloud.
I play games on cloud, but
Wulong.
They got a new edition.
Gets enough love. I'm going to buy that game. I'm just waiting for it to get to a proper price. I'm like around at least 40 because it's still like at 60. So I'm like, damn. But you know what I'm saying? But
it's a great game.
It is a good game. I finally got past that first boss, but then I haven't gone back.
It sucks because a lot of people didn't give it the chance.
No, they didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Ham's beat it all.
Hey, Meg, I'll hop on that game with you any day if you want to hop on and get down.
We can do that. But my game of the show, and you know what I'm saying, my game of the show, I want to make sure I get this name proper.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Before I let you go and steal the show, I gotta talk. I don't know if you're gonna say this. I hope I'm not stealing the thunder, but Dragon's Dog.
Oh yes.
No. It's not. That's not mine.
Dragon's Dogma. Oh my goodness! That 9 minutes of game was just 9 minutes of just.
I forgot.
It was amazing. That's the best way I can say it. What they showed at the place.
Paid attention to it enough for that.
What they showed at the PlayStation Showcase was not the best representation.
That is true. Yeah.
What I seen for this TGS, bro, go back and watch that 9 minutes of Dragon's Dogma, and there was a moment I like turned away and looked back. I thought I was looking at The Witcher, and I was like, "Whoa, wait a second!"
Language,
but hold on, those powers go nuts. It went from like crazy ground powers that were like they were doing, and then bro was like climbing them like it was a titan. I was like, "Yo, my goodness!" Like
you can do that in the first one.
What is happening?
Well, you do that in the first one.
You can climb them on the
first one. You
first
can climb
one.
on the first one, yeah. But
that was their whole. That's their whole shtick is being able to climb on the monsters
and attacking
and fight them and stuff.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. Like the Dragon's Dogma 2 is gonna be fire, dude. I'm telling you right now, K Mega, you're gonna love that game if you play it
because it's multiplayer. Because I got the first one, and I put about maybe 10, 15 hours into it.
I have the first one too on PS3. I haven't played it.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, I got it on PC and on Xbox.
I would suggest get the Dark Arisen version of it because it's better.
Yeah, that's what I have for that's what I have for I have. Is it on the P? I got the Dark Arisen on one of them. I don't know if it's on PC or if it's on the Xbox because I got the on the Xbox version. I got it way late. It was on sale for like $15
for like $10.
Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna have to because I saw it and I was looking at it and I was like, yeah, it's Dragon's Dogma, cool, but I didn't give it full because I was turning away looking at other stuff because the game that had me lost was the 100 Heroes. The Iduin, I think the
Euden.
Yeah, Euden Chronicle. It's the sequel to the other game that was on Game Pass, but I don't think this game is on Game Pass. So this is pretty crazy.
No, 100 Heroes is going to be coming to Game Pass.
Is it going to be coming to Game Pass?
Yeah.
Well, I'm buying it. I don't care
because when they announced both of those games, they announced them at the same time. They announced Chronicles Rising and they announced 100 Heroes.
You're right.
They said they were both coming to Game Pass. So,
but see, I didn't see it when they announced it as a Game Pass title when they showed it. But I've watched so much gameplay of that game. It reminds me of a PlayStation 1 RPG from Capcom, the Shodoken or Shodoken, however you want to pronounce it. And you could play. Yeah, make fun of me. I don't care. I you know what I'm saying? Listen, stop making crazy ass names. I just play them.
They're not even crazy ass names, dude. They're just Japanese names.
How do you pronounce that shit? That shit crazy. I'm American. Listen.
It's all right.
Whatever.
We'll just move on. We know what you're talking about.
Do you know the name of the game? You know how to say the name of the game while you were making fun of me?
Suikoden.
Okay. Suikoden. Shododen or Suikoden? Suikoden. Okay. Yeah. Now, you know what? Maybe that's what happened to me when I asked for that game many moons ago on the PlayStation 1, and I was asking that guy, like, I don't think I have that game because I didn't say it right. So
it's a fantastic game, and the Euden Chronicles and Euden 100 Heroes is a successor to that game.
Right. No, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
That's kind of what they based their things off of. So
right.
I'm excited for it too. I can't wait for 100 Heroes. I liked Chronicles Rising as well. That was a fun game.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get out of here. Yeah, we got one person asleep. We might have two people asleep at this point because I told Loke to give me what's called. We're a little 15 minutes over, but Loke, if you're still there, man, let everybody know where they can find you at, man. Really appreciate you coming through. You know what I'm saying? Give us your feedback. Your analogy was trash, for one, when the sports analogy, but the other analogy when he was talking about how like other people, it was spot on about the whole gaming, writing, clickbait stuff. That was perfect. But anyway, where can they find you at, brother?
Look, you awake?
They can find me in Mozambique, Texas. Or wait, no, Wakanda, Texas.
Wakanda, Texas. That's where he's at. Wakanda,
Man,
Texas.
you done knocked out 2 folks.
I know, man. I know.
You
All right,
was
so we might
almost
as well.
on yourself, Ham.
I mean, Loke makes
Yeah.
sense, but I don't know what the hell Viper's problem is.
But
I mean,
but
all
Viper
he's been doing
sounded.
just working. That's all he's been doing.
I
That's
know,
it.
man. All these people, man, they just done got the
Jeez.
sterner stuff
Man,
like I
Viper
used to.
sound like he got out of the mines.
He did. Like he was in the salt mines. Like he just been on the job for 20 hours straight. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? Listen, ladies and gentlemen,
Reminds
man,
me of that part. You remember Kanye West's album before that one song? It's like, man, this grave shift is like a slave ship.
but that boy Viper did sound like that in the intro. He sounded hurt. That boy. He said, I am laying in the bed. I said, oh shit, that man, he's out.
He was licking his lips and rubbing his head while
That's right. He was over there. I'm laying in the bed. That man still sleep. He's probably still licking his lips, locked out. Anyway, oh boy. Anyway, so Viper, where can they find you at? Sleep. Nobody knows the trouble I see. That man over there singing the old spiritual gospel. He been working so damn hard. And low, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what.
Man, if
what
Viper
spiritual
wasn't
gospel
on mute, you probably him throwing logs. Man.
Oh, bro, that man. I bet he snores. I bet he snores like a mother. Anyway,
he sounds like somebody who would snore.
Oh, snore very loud. Listen, before I start losing this weight, man, I was snoring like hell, boy. But my wife was like, "Man, if you don't turn over
Keep your ass
or
on
do
the couch.
do something." Jesus. Anyway, Ham Solo, man, appreciate it as usual. You know what I'm saying? Sir X-Man said you was about to go to sleep tonight. You know what I'm saying? Look like you was getting sleepy, man. Where can they find you at other than the bed?
Me?
Yeah, he said you was getting sleep.
Man, you was over, man. Your head was
he
like
did
this,
not.
bro.
No, don't try to turn it on him, Sir X-Man.
And then he said,
like
Ham,
you do.
I don't know. I might have been looking for something like on the floor or something.
Oh no,
but y'all tripping. Anyways, you can find me here every Friday or every other Monday here doing the crossover with K Mega. Other than that, you can find me at the SWS Gaming here on YouTube and at Ham Solo 05 Gaming on Twitter.
Nice, excellent. Dark Optimus, where can they find you at other than about to sign this Xbox contract? Where we at, man? Is right here.
I feel like
right
if
here,
I have to go to Oklahoma to sign it,
No. We'll come to you. We'll come to you. I got the bookmark right here. We're getting closer.
I'm not going through Tornado Alley to get to you, K-Mac. All right.
Man, you know what I'm saying? I'm in a gated community. Things is nice over here. I stay by a lake. You know what I'm saying? We good, man. We good.
But no, you guys can find me on Twitter, Dark Anonymous. You can also find me on PlayStation and Xbox. It's the same name. And you guys can find me on the next podcast every Thursday and back here every Friday for GRG. And as always, K Mega, it is always a blast podcasting with you, brother.
Man, I really do appreciate it. Honestly, I do. I really do. And then last but not least, Sir X, man, we made it through. I was sober. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was drinking my German beer, you know what I'm saying? I made sure it wasn't the Crown Black.
Ooh. What kind of German beer?
It's the Optimator. The Optimator. I can put that up, though. I'll put that right there. Yeah. Really good stuff.
Beers.
Oh, yeah, man. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. It's Spaten Optimator. It's good stuff. It comes in a malt or it comes in like a light. You know, if you do, you know what I'm saying? The dark is strong, you know, because that's more of a man. That's for people who has hair on their chest, and for men who likes the lighter, you know, kind of, you know, hoppy stuff. You know what I'm saying? Those are for, you know.
So like Sir X-Man.
Pretty much, yeah. The little skinny arm men. Anyway, go ahead, Sir X-Man. Where can they find you? Where can they find you, Sir X-Man?
I be around, show up whenever I can. That's about it.
All right, man. Okay. All right. Anyway, all right, guys. Really appreciate it. Hey, we are approaching close Because after this week, next week will be episode 290. We're approaching close to my 300th episode on GRG. Lord have mercy. I have no idea how I even got to 100, to 10, to
That'll be on
30.
Christmas. When
Yeah,
you
it's
hit
gonna
that,
be
that'll
around Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be close to Christmas. So I don't know if I have anything special planned other than just happy to be alive and ready to eat something because I couldn't eat
Just
anything.
don't pull a
during
bot
that.
where he's all like, "You guys could podcast on Christmas."
Oh no! I ain't ever doing no podcast on no Christmas. That's crazy.
You can't even get Xbox to podcast on a week. What are you talking about?
Xbox will be down to podcast on a damn holiday. Like I'm like, bro, you can be there. I ain't gonna be there. Shit, you can podcast all you want to. It'll turn to be next podcast to next Bot's thoughts because I'm gonna be sitting there eating some damn ham and dressing and enjoying the festivities. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, the crossover is going to be on my end on the channel this coming next week. And man, we just see what we're going to be talking about. I'm sure we'll be talking about the ABK stuff. Hopefully that will be official Monday. If not, then, we'll just, doing my thoughts or whatever like that. We'll definitely got to get Don so we can do a Devin and Gamer next week.
Foxy said something to you, came in.
Oh, what Foxy say? She said the contract comes with a year of Game Pass Ultimate. Oh yeah, it comes with a.
If it comes with incentives, yeah, I mean,
we'll give you a month
Game
of
Pass
Game
for
Pass
a whole year,
Ultimate.
no?
Yeah. Anyway,
he's all like, it's more like a month of Game Pass.
Well, if listen, you guys got to subscribe to the channel for me to commit to something like that. Go ahead, sub to the channel. Let's
subscribe and become a member.
That's subscribe and become a member.
Get back on the show.
Get back on the show. Oh yeah, I'm gonna ask Foxy. I'll probably hit up quite a few people to see about our 300th episode if we see what will happen. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. But thank you guys so much. I've rambled enough. And when we get out of here, I'm not saying anything to Loke or to Viper. I'm just hopping out of Discord and letting their ass sleep and think that the podcast is still on. That is the most beautiful thing ever. Everybody have a good one. Peace. Oh yeah, I'm tripping. I forgot to say my thing. Yeah, it's Friday night. You know what? It's still early. You know what to do. I'm living through you guys. You know what I'm saying? My lovely wife is asleep. And you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be gaming. I'm going to be going back on some Starfield or Mortal Kombat or something. But anyway, like I said, I'm living through you guys. You can hit the spots, hit the clubs, hit whatever. Remember, protect yourself, be safe. And if not, hey, that's on you. But enjoy yourself. And you know what? Enjoy doing that pants off, dance off. We out, baby.
Hey, thanks for checking out the GRG podcast. All your gaming news and our special topic of the week. Make sure to join us every Friday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 p.m. Central, 6:30 p.m. Pacific. This was the GRG podcast.